Good morning and welcome to Food Talk TV. We're running a little bit late, but we're always running a little bit late, and we're always not on time. So, I mean, y'all gotta get with me. I apparently can't get with you.
Wait, why do we have to get in with you?
You gotta get it in with Ryan.
Oh, that's the name of your show.
It is.
Ah!
So welcome to that. I'm just doing a little home job on my knife, like I like to do. If you've been here before, you know that. I'm not gonna go over it.
Right. Y'all, thank you so much for joining us on Food Talk TV. This is Ryan's show, and no matter what time I set this man's show to, he's going to be running late.
You gave me 30 minutes this morning. And
no, I didn't.
You took them away.
That's
so
a
you
lie.
Thought you scheduled me 10:30, and then you're like, no, I didn't. So you can't take away minutes that you gave me.
It's okay. You just went to your wife and you're like, hey, you see this nice bus?
See this nice bus?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait, apron. What? My apron is my
sharp.
Apron. It's not your apron.
Looking sharp. It is your apron. Yes, y'all, please tap the screens. Tap the screens. Ryan's going to start cooking. What are you making today?
Lovely black and tan, too.
The black and tan
I love the black and tan.
Kaz said he specifically chose that because you're a grilling guy typically, but we're not in the middle of a hurricane, but you know.
We're kind of tropically depressed today. And for those days where you're kind of tropically depressed, you want a nice hearty meal, like a chili. It's kind of like what we're doing. But I wanted pozole, and Taylor wanted chili. So we're going to mash it all up and make a pozole chili. And we could have probably been grilling today because there's no freaking rain outside, even though I planned to show up rain. So blame that on, what was it, Helene?
Yeah, Helene.
Mean Helene. So yeah, we were supposed to be washed out. We're not washed out. When we're not supposed to be washed out, we're washed out. We don't know what to do around here. But that's grilling weather. So enough complaining about the weather.
The weather. Y'all, welcome to Food Talk TV. We do live cooking content every single day, oftentimes multiple times a day. This is Ryan's show, Getting It In with Ryan. Welcome in. Please be sure to tap those screens and share the live with your friends, because he is making a chili pozole or pozole chili.
Yeah. Chili, not chile, but chili pozole. So we're going to do it kind of like pozole, and then we're going to do it kind of like chili. We're going to get it in. I don't know. With Ryan. So I got a bunch of bags of dried peppers over here. I have some guajillo chilies, and I love guajillo chilies.
Oh, I love them too. They have like a nice little fruity, but they're not super hot.
Taylor is going to be toasting these for me because Taylor toasts them very well.
I throw them in the oven, guys.
And she's got a nice little method that she does. You want your dried chilies to be pliable. Like, you don't want them to crack. These are perfect. I love them. Wonderful guajillos.
Maria Mulla is in the house. Hello. Welcome in. Maria Mulla is one of our followers, and she goes live on her own page a lot as well. Thank you for joining us on Food Talk TV this morning.
I have some ancho chilies.
I love anchos too.
And they're also pliable as well, and she could kind of take that boy and bend him back a little bit, but that's all right. And then we're gonna toast them in the oven. When we toast them, they're gonna. What are they gonna do? Potato? Or you like that? You like them to? You want to?
So yeah, they're gonna puff up, but we don't want them to puff up too much because too much heat will make them bitter.
You can show them the puff.
Yeah, we'll show them the puff.
Yeah.
The Power Puff peppers.
And I have some chile de arbol right there because that will give us a little bit of spiciness to our liquid that we're going to be making.
Y'all, please tap the screens and share the lives. Let's see if we can get him to 5K before he actually starts touching his meat.
And then I guess pozole. This is not pozole, by the way, and I don't want anyone to get offended by what I'm doing because I'm going to be adding other stuff to it. But
I can tell you right now, you are not going to make pozole worse than an Ina garden.
Oh no, I'm not. No, I'm not. no, oh my Lord, that was horrendous. These are cascabeles. Cascabel means rattle.
Does it?
Yeah, it does.
Oh, that's cool.
And we also had the maracas out last night.
Oh, man, we had the maracas
I don't know why we had the maracas out.
Because we were playing the song.
Oh, yeah, because I had my bass pick out.
Yeah, you had your bass pick out. That's it.
My bass pick.
Because we were playing the...
But yeah, you can totally use these as maracas. Or cascabeles.
I did not know that was a thing for maraca. I did not know that.
Yeah, that's why. It's like a baby's rattle, you know. I remember when I was a baby.
As you can see here, we are childless, and he knows nothing about children.
We are childless and childish. And then also, while I was rummaging through our pepper stash, I found some of our chipotles that we smoked ourselves.
Yes.
So we took, it's not as pliable because it's been a minute, but we took these and low smoked them for like several hours. I don't think we even got above, I don't think we got above 150 or 175
Because chipotles are essentially just sun-dried and smoked jalapenos.
Yeah, these... Did we I think we sun-dried them too.
We did.
We sun-dried them and we put them on the smoker for a long, long time. And these are more like a chipotle morita, but a chipotle morita is usually a green chili, I think. These were red, so these are kind of like devil spawn.
Y'all, please be sure to tap the screen. Let's see if we can tap the screens to 5K before this man actually starts cooking some meat. And y'all, let me know in the comments how the weather is going for you, because we're in Nashville, Tennessee. We are getting a little bit of rain here. It's not horrendous.
Not horrendous.
Horrendous.
Not horrendous.
But yeah.
Okay. So
should I take these?
Yeah, she's going to take these and do what she does to them.
Okay.
Man, that's a beautiful chili ensemble.
Yes.
And then hopefully you can show them the puffiness.
Yeah, so I think about 3 to 6 minutes is what I'm going for here. And so while this man finishes up, y'all, welcome to Food Talk TV. We do live cooking content every single day, oftentimes multiple times a day. This is Ryan Rose's show, Getting It In with Ryan. He's making a chili pozole with those peppers that we have here. We have some produce here. I love having this produce basket for our shows. But a chili pozole or a pozole chili. But pozole is one of my favorite foods to cook, especially when it comes to like having this like pork butt. Oh, yes. Pork butt. Which, yes, rip that meat out.
And I got this one cheap.
Yes, thank you so much for tapping those screens. Y'all, you can tell your friends you were at the gym. We can call this live the gym and get that finger workout in, and we'll tell your friends that we were working out at the gym. Do you see Gordon Quaxie?
Oh, yeah.
Gordon Quaxie's
my mentor, Gordon Quaxie.
Gordon Quaxie.
I aspire to be him.
Y'all, thank you so much for joining us. Please tap the screen, share the live. Welcome to Food Talk TV. And y'all, on Food Talk TV, we have a special event happening today where we are doing Grub Match, which is Food Talk TV's cooking competition. We are doing a cooking competition today. We have Benjamin, who is cooking with Fatherpreneur. He is our challenger, and he is challenging a Food Talk TV chef, and that is Melissa, and they are going to be going at it for an hour with a secret ingredient, which we all know the secret ingredient because we got told last week, but it is coconut. So they have 1 hour to make a bunch of things with coconut. So be sure you tune in at 6 p.m. Central for that. Right now, we're just being pretty lackadaisical because there is no competition, no time.
There's no competition.
No competition here. What are you doing?
I'm smelling my butt. Sometimes you get these and they're a little rank, you know, like you don't, sometimes they, because of the cryovac process, sometimes they can have a slight sulfur. This one actually doesn't. It smells like raw ass meat. But sometimes they'll have a little bit of a sulfur smell.
Sorry, I have to interrupt with the chilies.
Oh, they're poofy puffy chili.
Poofy puffy. We're looking for poofy puffy chilies.
Yes.
That's all we wanted. We wanted some toasted and puffy.
Toasted and puffy, not too toasted. You don't want those chiles to become bitter. No, it's not like mustard on its birthday. You do not want any kind of bitterness.
Right, because mustard will,
I was talking about the cryovac thing.
Oh, yes,
sometimes it'll have a slight sulfur smell, and it will dissipate quickly upon opening the bag, and then it just should smell like raw-ass meat. But sometimes it'll smell real bad, and you don't want it to do that.
Y'all, we are so close to hitting 5K before he actually cuts the meat.
Yeah, if it smells real bad, go take it back to the grocery store and slap it down on the customer service center and say, smell this rank thing and give me another one. I've had to do that before, so.
You did not.
I didn't do it like that, but it wasn't raw like that, but it was in the open bag, and I said, tell me if this is okay. And they're like, we'll just give you another one. Like, you don't have to,
like, it's fine. It's fine.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah, but sometimes outside of the vacuum seal, like when you first open the vacuum seal, it doesn't smell too great. But like once it sits for a minute, then it's fine.
I like to find my bone. And also I look for the bone in this meat. And I will go right along the edge of that bone with my knife.
Y'all, thank you so much for tapping the screens.
I wish I could be smoking this thing today, and I probably could have apparently, but I don't know. If I did that, then it would be a complete washout. So, anyways.
If you had planned to be grilling, that's when you know it would have been raining.
Wishes. Ifs and buts are candy and nuts. And we'll find that. I don't have a boner, like a boning knife.
Ryan.
This is what it's called.
No, it's not called that.
I had one that said that on it.
Okay, okay.
It said it on the handle. It wasn't a very good one. It wasn't. But I don't have a proper. So I'm just gonna use my good old trusty chef's knife.
King ZY is in the house. Hello there. Yes, coming in with the roses for Mr. Rose. Thank you so much for joining us.
Watching Mr. Rose trying to figure out how to chop this thing up.
Yes.
I don't usually dismantle my pork butts, by the way, or shoulders. They're not butts. They don't come from the butt.
You know, every time I hear pork butt, I always think of that show because I'm going to reveal my age here. I think of the show Cow and Chicken. The pork butts and taters.
Pork butts and taters.
Yes. But King ZY, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you being here. He's one of our subscribers.
Kingsy.
Kingsy. Y'all be sure you're following Food Talk TV because even if Ryan and I are not your cup of tea, we have different creators on every single day, multiple times a day.
So here's a little tip. I like to, this is kind of how I do a pork belly if I'm taking the skin off of a pork belly, but it kind of works for fat. You can angle your knife upward just a little bit up into that fat. You're not trying to go up and cut through it, but you're just trying to maintain that angle. And wiggle. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. And that'll get that fat cap mostly off of there. So, you know, you can do that. Maybe. I don't know.
You know, it's funny how on my it's funny how on my shows I discuss French cooking techniques and you're over here just wiggling meat off.
Wiggling, wiggling, wiggling.
Wiggle, 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 wiggle.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. I'm just going to throw this into
that trash.
my floor trash, and we're going to remember to take that out.
Yes.
Or it will remind us.
Melissa Murd is here.
Melissa!
Hello. So, he is actually doing an indoor show today.
An indoor show. I know,
yeah,
man.
King ZY was wanting to know if we were smoking it. It's like, no.
I wish we were smoking it.
We planned for an indoor show because we're in Nashville, Tennessee, which is like not too close to the hurricane, but close enough to where like,
it's where they said it was going to be.
Yeah.
And, you know, like, so we've had enough washouts lately that have delayed us. Like, we don't delay ourselves enough.
Yeah, I know, right?
But
Melissa Bird says, what is the most wonderful apron ever?
My apron.
Ah! We are so excited, y'all. If you've been following along on Food Talk TV for Ryan's show the past month, Kaz sent out this apron, and it has been going from Chicago to Wisconsin, back to Nashville.
Maybe I should do recipes from the cities that it has been to, because it might imbue me with some sort of like magical powers from those cities. Maybe we could do a Chicago dog.
You know what's funny is that one of the no, it didn't hit Middleton, Wisconsin.
Did it go to Cincinnati?
No, it was in Chicago.
I don't want to make Cincinnati chili today.
I don't know anything about Watertown, Wisconsin, but that's Watertown.
They usually name those towns after like water when they have the water in the name.
They're so smart.
I know, man.
But y'all, Melissa Murd is in the comments here, and at 6 p.m. Central, we are doing Grub Match, which is our cooking competition on Food Talk TV, and she is going to be competing against a challenger. She is our Food Talk TV creator that will be going against a challenger, Benjamin. And so that will be happening tonight, 6 p.m. Central. They have 1 hour to cook things with coconut.
Thankfully.
And we're not using coconut today.
I don't know. I'm having a good time over here. Maybe that's what takes me so long, is that I just really enjoy.
You just have a lot of good time with meat?
I have a good time with my meat. I'm not playing with it, but I'm grappling it.
Are we going to do anything with that bone? Like, should we roast it?
Oh, yeah. Oh, for sure.
Should I roast it and store it in the freezer, you think?
Already got the oven.
Oh, yeah, I do have the oven.
Ready,
hold on.
Don't you? You got the oven hot to go?
HOTTOGO.
I hope our oven's going to be hot to go. Yeah, and I'm going to leave some meat on that bone since we're going to be roasting it. That's probably going to make it delicious. You know, and if
So I'm going to move it to 375.
If we were doing this in real time, where it takes us a whole day to cook this recipe, we would take this bone.
So
we
when
would
it
roast
comes
it in the oven,
comes to Grub Match, we will have a poll that's online, and as soon as it happens, as soon as Grub Match is happening, we will have the poll open. We're not going to let you vote until the show starts. But you know, we do have a challenger, Benjamin, Cooking with Fatherpreneur, competing against Melissa Murd, and I'm not saying I'm picking favorites, but I am a Food Talk TV creator, so of course Melissa Murd is my favorite.
Oh, but we love.
So I'm not going to tell you who to vote for.
We love them both.
We do, but like, come on, Melissa Murd, have you met her?
I have. Like, not in person.
Not in person, no.
But maybe that'll happen one day.
Oh, hey.
Like, not in person.
Not in person, no.
But maybe that'll happen one day.
Oh, hey.
Like, not in person.
Not in person, no.
But maybe that'll happen one day.
Oh, hey.
Like, not in person.
Not in person, no.
But maybe that'll happen one day.
Oh, hey. That's a butt you're working with.
That's a butt I'm working with. It's actually a shoulder I'm working with. But no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
We froze.
Apparently, when we freeze,
you can still hear us. We learned that the hard way.
Yeah, we did. So if we're
so we are not going to curse and slander this app.
Yeah, we're gonna be talking smack here.
The butt you're working with.
That's a butt I'm working with. It's actually a shoulder I'm working with. But no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
We froze.
Apparently, when we freeze,
you can still hear us. We learned that the hard way.
Yeah, we did. So if we're
that's a butt you're working with.
That's a butt I'm working with. It's actually a shoulder I'm working with.
That's a butt you're working with.
That's a butt I'm working with. It's actually a shoulder I'm working with. But no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
We froze.
But no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
We froze.
Apparently, when got a lot of butt to process.
You
here.
are back on. Yes.
Got a lot of butt to process.
You
here.
are back on. Yes. Mark is in the chat saying, I met her. Mark is in the chat saying, I met her. And y'all, if you were following Melissa Murd, you should give her husband a follow as well. And y'all, if you were following Melissa Murd, you should give her husband a follow as well, because their show is The Spice is Right, because they do a lot of cooking shows, and then they go on to Mark's account because their show is The Spice is Right, because they do a lot of cooking shows, and then they go on to Mark's account to play games, and they are so much fun. He loves the drawing games. I really enjoy those. And thank you for the heart me. If you are a follower of Food Talk TV, you should give us a little heart to be part of the team. It makes us feel good, you know? And so do tapping the screens. And y'all, let's see if we can get him to 5K before this man actually cooks some meat.
Yeah.
Yes. Melissa and Mark are throwing us roses.
Oh, thank you, Melissa and Mark.
42 Rachel is back. Hello.
42 Rachel.
Yes, 42 Rachel is here with us each Saturday.
We love us some 42 Rachel around here.
Yeah.
42 Rachel is not afraid to get involved. So I'm going to be...
We are very much so an interactive show. On Food Talk TV, we are very interactive. So please, backseat chef for us.
Yeah. 42 Rachel is never afraid to be our
Don't
backseat
forget to
chef.
throw the things in the oven for them.
That. So if you're just joining us, if you lost us, if we froze, if you froze, if, you know, any of that happened.
This is a bone with meat.
We got this meaty bone, or bony meat, however you prefer to view it. And then we're going to be roasting that. The oven's ready, right? Because I don't need the oven for
I got it.
Yeah. Taylor's going to throw that bad boy in the oven and make some delicious smells. This is probably about right.
Yeah.
For the recipe. This is like for pozole. We're doing a pozole chili.
A chili pozole?
A chili pozole. Not chile, but we have chiles.
Yes.
For the pozole.
Forged is also in the house.
Forged.
Forged, hello, longtime Food Talk TV follower and an FTTV network creator manager.
We're going to cut this meat up nice and rustically. And, you know, maybe we'll aspire for some smaller pieces since it is going to be a chili, not a pozole.
We got a follow from America. Thank you for the follow. Because, y'all, if you are not following us, you should be following Food Talk TV because we do live cooking content every single day. Tonight, we are doing Grub Match, which is a cooking competition, 6 p.m. Central. So be sure you tune in for that. Yes. Oh, Melissa Murd is excited for pozole, but she wants to know if it's green or red.
It is going to be it's not going to be pozole. It's going to be a mashup between pozole and chili, and it's going to be a chili pozole rojo. So it will be a red one.
Yes. Miss Lover followed us as well. Thank you for the follow. Lover.
We don't know how you treat us because you just now followed us.
Lover. Y'all, sorry. We are a married couple and we think we're funny.
Occasionally you may, you probably don't, and that's just not. It's everyone we encounter, so you won't offend us if you're honest.
Mark says he wants to formally welcome the well-traveled apron. It could tell some stories.
Yes, the Brotherhood of the Traveling Food Robe.
Y'all, let's tap those screens. We're almost at 5K because I said you guys could get us to 5K likes before this man actually cooks some meat.
We may not use all of this meat in this particular dish, but I'm going to go ahead and chop it up because I've already desecrated this pork shoulder anyways. So I may just go ahead and chop it because we'll take that thing and put it in the vacuum sealer, and then we'll put it in the freezer, and then we'll have a pozole when we're lazier, or we'll have something better prepared that we probably should have used on a day like today to make it closer to an hour, because I can already tell you this probably ain't gonna be it. It's not gonna be the day.
Because on Food Talk TV, we do live cooking content every single day, oftentimes multiple times a day, and our shows usually run an hour. But this man and myself, we cannot do our shows less than an hour. We just can't do it.
Yeah.
We are pretty time blind.
Yeah.
Sister Golden Hair followed us as well. Thank you for the follow. We appreciate you. Thank you for being here. And y'all, be sure you tune in 6 p.m. Central. We are doing Grub Match. Grub Match is a cooking competition that Food Talk TV does. and we are pretty excited. They have 1 hour to compete and make as many things or as little things as they want with the secret ingredient, which it's not so secret. It is coconut.
Like, my least favorite thing to do is cut up a pork butt. But if it's for pozole, is also a favorite thing. So, I just...
Woo! So Melissa Murd did ask me, because like on the show, we try to do things like as much made from scratch as possible on food or on the grub match. And she's asking me if she can use homemade chicken stock. I'm going to say yes for grub match.
Oh, yeah, you can.
I'm going to say yes unless that stock has like a particular flavor that you spent hours to incorporate. So if it's something else,
trademark chicken stock.
Yeah, so you can't like be like, ooh, this is a... Right, you can't just do like, oh, this is my chili infused chicken stock that I spent hours to make. It's got to be something replicable.
To this. What's the ingredient for grub match?
Coconut.
Coconut. So yeah, you can't use the coconut chicken stock.
No.
Yeah, don't. See what you're doing. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't want to point the knife at you. I'll give you the butt of the thing. Don't be doing that.
Yeah. So I'm going to say yes on the homemade chicken stock, but if part of the flavor of the chicken stock is something that you spent hours to incorporate, no. If that makes sense. Does that make sense?
Wait, I wasn't listening.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. It makes sense. Man, we are almost done.
Y'all, 1K likes before he actually cooks this meat. We are so close to there.
1K?
Okay, see, Melissa Murd understood. 1K likes, because I'm trying to get them to 5K likes before you actually cook some meat.
Because,
like,
might be obtainable.
Yeah, might be attainable. So is there anything else that we were going to add to this pan for roasting?
Hell, I don't know. Salt, pepper. You probably want to do that, though. Because I got a meat board that I need to go over here and wash.
Yeah,
and
so...
a knife, because I intend on using the knife that I like the whole time.
So this is like basically the bone with some meat attached to it. But we are just going to roast this while we're on the show, just because. Because we're going to either make it into stock right now or just keep it in the freezer for stock. Ooh, you know what? I want to throw some chili powder. Do I want to throw some chili powder on it? I mean, I have it. Why not?
Yeah.
Y'all, welcome to Food Talk TV. We do live cooking content every single day. On Saturday, Ryan and I are just a touch chaotic.
A little bit.
Little bit. Rest of the week, though, we do have live cooking shows that generally last about an hour. We do multiple shows a day. If you were interested in being a member of Food Talk TV, there is a place to apply online. And then tonight we are doing our grub match. And so if you would like to possibly be a challenger against one of our Food Talk TV people, be sure to apply on grubmatch.tv as well. Bye-bye. And so this is the pork butt that we were using for a chili pozole. Oh, the bottom of the pan is just crusty. We are just roasting that. And then, so that's not actually what we're doing. We're actually roasting that and saving it for later.
Yeah, we should be using that to make a broth. Should be using that to make a broth and then use that broth in this dish. But we don't have all day. We do, but you don't.
Yeah, no, we have all day.
We have all day. We could.
Well, I have until 6 p.m. Central.
That's like all
when
day.
grub match is happening, which is basically all day, yeah.
That's why we're time blind, because it's not all day. Definitely not all day.
Yeah, so it's not chili, it's not pozole, but he's making like a chili pozole or a pozole chili or a... I'm still not sure what this man is making, but there's pork butt. And then we have this produce that he's working with. He loves doing radishes as a topping for any sort of like Mexican spicy thing or whatever. And fun fact, radishes are a member of the mustard family.
I like taking them and just eating them whole like a little apple.
Oh, we hit 5K. Yay.
Whee.
Woo.
5K, yay.
And you haven't even started cooking meat yet. So
I'm gonna give it another hone after plowing through that butt with it. Ooh,
Melissa Merd
felt
says, with salt, yes please. And you know what's funny is like something that's like a classically like French snack is doing radishes but with butter.
I did wash the knife piece.
And the apron.
And I did wash the apron against
my advice.
Yeah, Taylor's advice.
Yeah.
I gotta chop some tomatoes, so I need this thing to be on point.
So do we want to get the meat cooking before?
Yeah, we do, but I don't want this to get lost because I don't want to be over here smushing tomatoes with my knife. And I just plowed through a bunch of meat with that thing and dug it into the bone. So yeah, we do want to get the meat started, and we want to take our meat seriously. I am going to, we're going to do this in batches.
The Instant Pot is already plugged in.
The Instant Pot is already plugged in, but I'm going to need some, I'm going to do a little bit of grapeseed oil because we're going to go hot here.
Hot.
Hot. And then I'm also going to do some extra virgin olive oil.
Someone from telemarketing tried to call me.
Oh.
Rude.
Yeah.
Do they not know that we're on Food Talk TV right now?
They're not. They're not getting it in with Ryan.
Yeah, which Food Talk TV is the home of TikTok's longest running cooking show. And that is our Sunday Night Live show.
Oh, yes.
It's been going on since 2021. Ryan's show is only like a month or two old. Yes, and tap the screen. Thank you, Melissa Merd, for reminding us to tap the screen.
Tap.
Because Ryan is awesome.
Tap your screen.
Tap the screens.
Let's set that over there for a second so I can just be closer to the action. And I need to make this thing work. So,
okay. Do you want it to saute?
Yeah, I want it to saute, and I want more. More. Like the whole. I need the whole thing. That's what I need. And I'm gonna get. I'm gonna grab my meat touchers over here.
Yep. He's talking about tongs, people. Yeah. It's fine.
I'm gonna grab my meat touchers with my meat touchers. Yeah, the meat touchers is good. And then probably like a spinning spoon. I don't see any spinning spoons. That kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Do we have any spinning spoons?
Spoon.
We were talking about these the other night. Thursday night. We don't have any wooden spoons, do we? Yeah.
Melissa Hollywood is in the house. Hello. She's excited for pozole, but this is like chili pozole chili.
It's going to be very much like pozole, but very much like chili too. So it's going to be all that.
Yeah, and we've been on for like 30 minutes now.
You can still be excited. I was trying to find the thing that I'm looking for, so that might take the rest of the 30 minutes.
Yeah, finding the things that... What? I don't know what...
a wooden spoon paddle thing. Like, where are those? You know what? I don't even need it. We're gonna go with the meat touchers.
All right.
Yeah, I didn't want that one because that one's too nice. That's not my traditional thing. That ain't my thing. Not my jam.
All right.
I guess we gotta wait for this thing to heat up anyway. So
it will take like no time.
I know, it's pretty quick. It's not as quick as the cooktop, but it is pretty quick. But I could also...
Well, Melissa Hollywood, I do appreciate you joining us for as little time that you have. Melissa Hollywood is a member of our creator network, and she does a really good job moderating any single time she's in with Food Talk TV. Also, no one ever points this out, but like, does anyone ever see my Squidward painting? It's like my favorite low-key decoration.
We'll be transferring some of these pieces, but we're not going to do all this meat because we'd be here for probably a long time if we did. There's a little meat I could test the waters with. Up. It's almost ready. Kind of ready. We're not just going to throw it all in there at once because we're not trying to kill that heat. And if you were with us on Thursday, we were talking about fawn.
Fawn.
Which we like a lot. Because we're quite fawn. And we're going to be, I would bet we're going to be developing some fawn here.
Yes.
Fawn.
So are you not seasoning the meat or anything before this?
No, I'm raw dogging it, just like straight up in the. We'll season it after.
Y'all, thank you so much for tapping the screens. I didn't realize we hit 7K. Thank you so much.
I was raw dogging it just because I'm going through batches of meat here, and I'm
Cooking with Father.
I'm just trying to brown it. I don't want to put any salt on it and draw moisture to the surface and sweat the meat rather than brown the meat. I just want raw dog meat in the Instant Pot on the saute.
Cooking with Fatherpreneur is in the house, and y'all, tonight at 6 p.m. Central, we are going to be doing our grub match, which is our cooking competition. So,
I didn't never notice that.
oh, what?
Yeah.
I literally, what?
Yeah.
I have had an Instapot for so many years, and I've literally never noticed that was a thing.
No, it had a tail.
Yeah. Saw it here first. But Cooking with Fatherpreneur is going to be the challenger against Melissa tonight. And he is in the house. Melissa is in the house.
I feel like we could probably do something while that's doing this thing.
Probably.
I mean, we're going to roll through batches of this stuff anyway. I want to give my cutting board a good wipe though. I didn't know we had another bottle of this before we got it way more.
Yes, y'all. So, yes, y'all. So, yes, y'all. So, yes, y'all. So, he's making pozole, but he's also making chili. Yes, y'all. So, he's making pozole, but he's also making chili, but also making pozole, but also making chili, and, holy cow. It froze again. Hi, we are back, but this app likes to freeze on us because they know that our food is just so hot.
Cutting board a good wipe down. That is a food contact cleaner. I'm not doing something that
You're not being silly over here.
doing something you wouldn't want to do with it. It is a food service contact cleaner.
My Humble Kitchen, thank you for joining us. Y'all, if you're just scrolling through here, welcome to FoodTokTV. We do live cooking content every single day, multiple times a day even. This is Ryan's show, Getting It In with Ryan.
Bad onion. You don't need
Typically, he's out grilling.
bad onions.
Oh, no, not a bad onion. Typically, he's out grilling, but we were preparing for a hurricane. Not very hurricaney, but, you know.
We're going to brown these bad boys on all sides. They're starting to brown. My test piece is kind of stuck there. Oh yeah, I like my test piece. That's nice. You can kind of, well, I ain't going to try to tell you what works and what don't, because I don't know.
Oh.
I like to give them a little twist, and you kind of dislodge them.
Twist
Some of those
and
first
shout.
ones. The first ones of anything kind of suck.
Perfect example is the first pancake.
Yeah, or the first year that the like your car model or like a vehicle changes the body style. That one usually sucks. Don't be buying that one. I see all kinds of problems with those in my normal line of work. But man, I just gotta pick up the brand new Ford Festiva. Don't do it, because it probably sucks. Wait a couple of years. Wait a year or two. No, I know the sink. These meat tongs kind of stuck too. Just wanted that meat. There we go. Alright, some browned up. Now I'm gonna go find another onion.
So y'all, welcome to Food Talk TV. We do live cooking content every single day, oftentimes multiple times a day. Today we have Getting It In with Ryan. But then after this, at 6 p.m. Central, we have Grub Match, which is a cooking competition where we have a challenger, not from Food Talk TV. And then we have someone challenging someone on Food Talk TV. They have 1 hour to compete with the secret ingredient. And y'all, if Ryan is ever an option to pick for Grub Match, he's perfect because he can't do anything in less than an hour.
I'll probably lose just by
doing things in an hour.
Technical losing.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say TKO, but
yeah.
Yeah, you probably want to face me if you do this.
But tonight we have Melissa Murd, that's our Food Talk TV creator, and she is competing against Cooking with Fatherpreneur. Both of those are pros in the kitchen.
Alright, normally we're saving these for a veggie bag, for a veggie stock, but we're not doing that today because I didn't prepare to do that and I don't want to drag you to the kitchen.
Yeah,
anymore.
We're not doing that.
You know,
no, it's fine. It's fine.
Drag you through.
Maybe we can pretend we're on Grub Match for a little bit.
Walk around over here. Oh yeah, yeah. We got some searing icing. I didn't know that we should be wearing safety glasses, but might be a good idea.
So tonight for Grub Match, the secret ingredient is coconut. For Ryan right here, he's right now working with pork butt. He also has a bunch of chilies that.
Coconut, pork butt.
These are the chilies that he will be working with for the Pozole chili.
I find that I get a better chop on my onions if I try to slice them radially, like in wedgies. Give your onions some wedgies.
Melissa Murd says, yummy, piggies and chilies. I like that. That's a fun name for Pozole.
Piggies and chilies.
Piggies and chilies.
Yes. And these are probably ready to come out here.
Yeah, we're just looking for the...
That and that. Oh, yeah. And I am fond of this build-up in the bottom of the pan.
Fond of the fond.
Who said James Fond? Was that? Who was that?
I don't know.
I don't either. We don't know. But whoever you were, we love you. And whoever you weren't, we still love you. Alright, so we got some nice browned meat there. Here. And we're going to dive right in there and throw some more in. So, I don't know how many folks make pork chili.
So he's basically making a mashup between a chili and a pozole today. Which, if you are unfamiliar with pozole, get familiar because it's one of my favorite things to make. It's essentially chilies, onion, garlic stew with pork shoulder.
Yeah.
Yes. And there's typically hominy in there.
Hominy.
How many?
How many ounces of hominy? how many pieces of pork are we gonna do before we don't?
Friends followed us. Thank you so much for following us. Y'all, we do live cooking content every single day. Ryan's show is on Saturdays at 10-ish a.m. I would change the time to later, but he would just be late to that too. So.
Yeah. That's how it works. That's exactly how it works. You can't, like, there's not a good time to be on time. Like,
yeah, no, seriously. We have family members that lie to us about times that we should be in places.
Yeah. And a lot of times we're still late to those too.
Yeah. But yes, this is the hominy.
Hominy. Oh, yeah. So I usually like to use the canned hominy, like that big ass can. I don't remember the brand, but probably wouldn't benefit us to say it anyway. So I soaked this overnight. I took my little scale, I threw that on there, and then I weighed out some dried hominy. I weighed out 8 ounces of dried hominy, and I used...
Betty, thank you for the follow.
I used like 4 cups of water, and I poured it over top of it, and I just let that soak all night. And I'll really give it a good shake and make it angry. And so that's what we're going to be using in there, rather than the canned stuff.
Craig Rose, thank you for the follow, and I do appreciate you pointing out about not wanting to use cooked meat and raw meat with the same utensil. However, this is going to go back in the cooking, so this is not done cooking.
Yeah,
it's not done cooking.
Right, and I don't like to do dishes, so if I can not, I'm not gonna, but you're absolutely correct. We don't do that when we're going to just be taking a piece of that and eating it. It's still fairly raw on the inside too. We're just going for a sear here.
Yeah, we're just getting that Maillard reaction.
Maillard reaction.
My pork brings all the boys to my yard.
My pork butt brings all the boys to my yard. And they're like, it's browner than yours.
And they're like,
I could sear you.
but I have to charge.
I would. And I will too. If I could, I'd be doing it right now. I'm not charging you, folks. I love you people.
Yeah, no. Following FoodTokTV is free.
I don't want your money. I just want to cook some stuff with you for longer than it probably would take.
Oh, dang it. I just looked at the time and it's 11:12.
Well.
We are big fans of 11:11.
Oh, yeah, we are. Okay, so while that's still going on, we'll chop up some onions. Continue chopping up some onions. Because we can kind of multitask here.
You have Gordon Cracksy here, but I did have some people wondering about the dried hominy. So this is the dried hominy.
Yeah, I would so much rather be using the hominy from the can, but...
You get what you get, you don't throw a fit.
If you're using the, I think, and I don't even know this, but this is my approach to it. If you're using the hominy from the can, you're going to add it later on in the stage of cooking. You don't want that to completely cook and break down. If you're using the dried hominy, albeit soaked, you're going to want to add it in earlier in the cooking. So that's how we're going to treat that.
So I am going to backseat cook over here myself.
Yeah, please. Where you been all the whole road trip? When will we get there? When will we get there? Are we there yet? Are we there? I have to pee.
So go. I got it.
No,
you know what?
I peed before you said.
He's making a joke. He doesn't act. Yeah. Car ride joke. Or do you?
No, I don't.
So, if you follow FoodTokTV, none of our other shows are this chaotic. Ryan and I are just naturally this chaotic. Something that may take you, 30 minutes to make, like spaghetti, we will take 2 hours. But the rest of FoodTokTV shows, we do live cooking content every single day, oftentimes multiple times a day, and everyone does a pretty good job of keeping their show at about an hour.
You can go ahead and put some more in there too.
Oh.
It's gonna be a meaty chili pot. We have a whole instant pot to fill up with this stuff. So I'll just take my,
I did see. Ooh.
those onions are gonna go in there. Ooh, yeah, that's stringy, guys.
So Melissa Murd, I did see that she left a comment saying that she's watching me on GrubMat because I was the last one to compete on GrubMat before FoodTokTV ended the series. I was the last challenger before I got brought on to FoodTokTV. And you know what? We're bringing it back, and now I'm the show host. I gotta get back to being a camera person, Ryan.
I like it when you're not.
Not being a camera person?
Yeah, I mean, you're still a camera person. Nobody wants to see me fumble around trying to peel this garlic anyway, so.
I'm gonna watch.
You're right, everybody wants to see you too.
Just like the Cowboys, everyone likes to see you fumble. That was funny because there's a lot of people on FoodTokTV in Texas.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Yeah.
I got it. They probably got it too, but the difference is I'm laughing and they're not. Maybe some of them are. I don't know. Tell us what you think.
Bye, Melissa Hollywood. Thanks for joining us. Cooking with Kunchi is in. Hello.
Kunchi! What's up, man? There's
Yo.
some garlic here. Oh, we almost
Fumbled.
fumbled the garlic. Ah, again.
Y'all, Cooking with Kunchi, be sure you give him a follow. He's one of our big creators on FoodTokTV, and he has a book that's out now, Wrangling Fire, and it is amazing. You should check it out. There are some recipes in there too, but he just more so discusses like basics of grilling and stuff, and so we're really excited about that.
You know what? I'm feeling very garlicky today. And so I probably want to go with 4 cloves. How's that meat doing, babe?
How is the meat doing? Crap. It's meaty.
It's meaty.
Oh. Okay, I am going to get the phone holder to do a better job of holding the phone.
Yeah.
There we go.
That's what it's there for. Alright. Now we got some garlic. Oh, yes.
So, fun story, when Ryan and I first met, we've been together over 12 years now, but when we first met, I did not know how to cook anything, and this man was very much so like, that's not going to work for me.
Yeah. This cannot be.
Woo. Cannot be. How do I turn this and make it into a princess? And now I like to think I'm a better cook than he is.
I like to as well. And I'm going to keep telling her that so she keeps cooking.
But yeah, fun fact, I would burn water before I met this man.
You did it. That's going to do it.
Eddie just followed us. Thank you so much. I can't do hand hearts. They always look like peanuts. But thank you for the follow. We appreciate y'all. We do live cooking content every single day. Ryan's show is on Saturdays. Our shows usually run about an hour, but Ryan and I are both time blind, so
and bad at running.
And bad at running.
Ooh, that one's got some little
Melissa Murd, you used to not be able to cook? I felt like you were just like born to cook.
Born with a wooden spoon.
Ah, I see what you did there.
The puns they just naturally flow out. Because no pun intended.
You make such great jokes for a non-dad.
I know.
Oh, she burned water.
She burned water too?
Woo.
You know, there's something to be said about that.
Yes. Y'all, thank you so much for following. Please be tapping those screens. Oh, we have 11.1K likes. Thank you. Tap those screens. You can do it multiple times.
Top,
Cooking with Fatherpreneur is back. Melissa Mert is back because at 6 p.m. Central, we are doing our grub match.
Corral this garlic here.
Home Cooking by Tim is in too. He does live cooking on his own show as well. And I've been meaning to reach out to see if he wants to do a grub match as well, because our grub match is basically a cooking show or a cooking competition where we get a challenger not on Food Talk and we get them to challenge someone on Food Talk. Basically a cooking show or a cooking competition where we get a challenger not on Food Talk and we get them to challenge someone on Food Talk. Basically a cooking show or a cooking competition where we get a challenger not on Food Talk and we get them to challenge someone on Food Talk. Basically a cooking show or a cooking competition where we get a challenger not on Food Talk and we get them to challenge someone on Food Talk. Some Frozo. Okay, we're back.
Are we making Pozole?
Pozole!
Pozole. Maybe that's what we should name our recipe.
Yes. So I think I'm going to store the rest of that meat in a baggie. We'll probably freeze it later. Woo!
It's going to give that knife a little rinsey too.
Oh, do you want to throw the onions in here?
I would
or what do you want
love
to
to throw the onions in there. Like, that's the whole reason I chopped them.
So this is the semi-cooked pork that we have, and then
Also the onions. Bam. Oh, more onions. Wait. For it. Ah, more onions. Making it rain onions. Little onion bits. Boom. So we're gonna let those guys go. Oh, that's why I wanted the wooden utensil. Maybe I'm blind. I'm time blind. Maybe I'm wooden spoon blind.
I don't know.
Oh yeah.
That's weird.
Did we just throw them away?
Maybe. I don't know, but I'm just using this.
Okay. Yeah, that would be good.
Oh my gosh, this is smelling.
Ah, it is smelly. Wow. Taylor is working the camera from not the camera. We just do all kinds of magical stuff here. So, we're just going to let these bad boys saute. And we're probably not going to have to deglaze here. Deglaze.
Ooh, Joe.
Because the onions are probably going to do most of the deglazing for us as they juice out. I don't think that's a technical term.
Joe is making a pepperoni salami quiche, and that sounds amazing.
Pepperoni salami fish? Quiche, not fish.
Quiche.
Either would be great, but quiche sounds amazing. You know, I wanted to, when I was looking at meat selections, I was thinking of like a steak chili, but I got such a great deal on the pork shoulder, but I wanted to do like a steak and a beef summer sausage. And the chili, because and that's not usually where I go. It's not usually where my head's at when I'm trying to make chili. But I thought beef summer sausage would be good in a chili.
Yes.
But we ain't doing that, so why are you wasting time talking about it? Because we ain't got nothing but time to waste. Time to utilize.
So, speaking of time, you have been live for an hour.
Yes. Okay. Well,
we are time blind here, but usually on Food Talk TV, we do really good at doing 1 hour cooking shows. Ryan is not an expert in that. But y'all, all that like beef brawn,
all the
onions.
it's not beef, it's pork.
Or pork. I'm sorry, pork butt.
Yep, that's what it is. But all that fond is gone from the bottom of the pan. So if you made a big old mess in the bottom of your pan, you're like, oh crap, I got all these meat fragments stuck to the burnt to the bottom. Don't go wash it. Put some onions in it. Build some flavor.
Meat fragments.
I think it takes more than an hour to build flavor. For me, it takes more than an hour for me to build flavor. Some folks can do it. I can't. Kaz can do it. He's good.
Oh yeah, Kaz is
He's
good at that. Yeah.
But I'm not a professional. I'm just an enthusiast of flavor. I'm enthusiastic about flavor and bringing flavor to you that you're, you know.
Speaking of being able to cook things in an hour, we have grub match happening tonight.
Grub match.
Grub match.
If we had like a 6-hour grub match smoke off. No, 6 hours. 12 hours. It had to be 12 hours. And you had to complete the smoking event in 12 hours. I think that'd be fun.
So we have someone in here saying to turn the onions down. Now, do you have a way to like...
For what?
Turn down for what? No, but like, weren't you going to add something to this to like reduce the heat?
Yeah,
Not the temperature? Oh, you got to do the garlic.
Yeah, I got to do the garlic too, though. Yeah, we do want those onions to not be like mushy.
Yeah.
But we also want some garlic in here. So we're going to get that in there.
But the baby shark name. Do-do-do-do.
Baby garlic.
Do-do-do-do. Oh my gosh, that garlic smell.
Doesn't it? Oh, yes. And we don't want that garlic to go for very long.
Babs is in and says one of my favorite creators, Ryan.
Oh, Babs. Love you, Babs.
And we also have Voiceless Sky here, who is one of our moderators as well. Voiceless Sky is a live creator. Huge fans over here. Babs, thank you so much.
Yeah, so we're not going to let that garlic go for too long. We're probably here we're not in danger of burning it, but you definitely don't want to burn garlic.
It smells so good.
It does smell so good. So, and that garlic, all this is going to get a lot of time to cook. Well, not a lot of time to cook, but it's going to be under pressure.
Under pressure.
Which is when anyone tells me I have a certain amount of time, that's what I am. Under pressure.
Oh yeah, so someone did
That's
say
why
that
we
we need to turn down the onions, but...
We're going to turn them down with beer. And it's already telling us that the Instant Pot's saying the same thing, so you're pretty keen, folks. I'm going to add a whole beer to that thing. Because
I want to
it's
stir.
not traditional pozole, this is pozole chili. I'm going to make anyone upset here. Because I wanted pozole.
I wanted chili.
Taylor wanted chili, so we have to compromise. That's the thing you have to do
When you're married.
When you're married to a demanding food person. Two demanding food persons come together, and then the stork delivers you a chili pozole, which is what we're making today. So it's not pozole, it's not chili.
Okay.
It is chili. I don't know. You figure it out. I don't have time for that. I gotta cook it.
Yeah. He's already been taking too much time figuring it out.
I know. So, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, are you going to be using the spice grinder, or are you just going to...
Alright, so I'm going to be throwing... Let's get that meat back into this.
Oh.
I need that. And you can put the peppers over here. That's fine. Just put them right on over here. That's good. Oh, our beautiful chilies that we use.
Oh, meat.
And the meat juices. Get them juices in there. I love those juices. Yeah, baby.
Yes.
Yeah, give me those juices. That's why I'm married to a mustard queen. For the juices.
For the juice.
Yeah.
You like the juice.
He likes the juice. I do. So do. Alright, so there's that. And then we're probably going to want to spice that with something. And we're going to have to add some more liquid into it.
You have the bone broth up
there.
there.
Oh, yeah, that's where I put it. Bone problem.
So Joe would have used red wine, and in a lot of other cooking cuisines, I would have done wine as well. I totally agree with you. But with this dish, because we're doing like a pozole chili kind of thing, beer works.
Chili, beer. I like beer in the chili.
Yeah, but I love doing wine. Like, dude,
yeah,
y'all,
I like wine too.
I'm the mustard
I'm
queen.
not upset with wine. If I was like super deglazing too, I would go for wine. But I'm gonna use a little bit of chicken stock here too, because that's the thing that people normally do. I think. I don't know. Somebody's out there doing it. Probably right now.
You see the color of his skin? This is not authentic pozole.
It's not. It's not. I give my best attempts, and I enjoy flavors. So we try to make those. We are going to need some spices in here, though.
Oh, speaking of spices,
we have chilies, but this chilies are for just trust me, folks. Go with me here.
Yeah.
I got salt and pepper though. I need plenty of that pepper.
I love those button press things.
Dude,
and I can't talk too much about them, but
the fact that they're rechargeable.
They're USB chargers.
Yeah,
oh my gosh.
Great. And then we're gonna definitely season it with some salt. Because we did not season the meat before we seared it. We just went and raw dogged it, seared it.
Babs is incoming with some chilies for us.
We're gonna. Yeah. Babs knows what.
Babs knows what's up.
Babs knows.
She knows what's up.
I'm gonna hit it with some smoked paprika to give it some of that smoky flavor that we should be getting from the grill today, but we can't use.
Yeah, because we were expecting more hurricane-y things, so that's why we're not having a grilling show today. Which we typically do on Food Talk TV on Saturdays.
We're tropically depressed this Saturday. Yeah. And then I'm also going to hit it with some oregano. Dried, because I wasn't expecting to go out to the weed garden and pick some out of it that was fresh. I would have rather done that and then done some stems in there to extract the flavor from those. But we didn't do that today, so...
Yo,
ain't no reason.
I cannot wait for technology to catch up for smell-o-vision. Because this smells so freaking good.
Oh, yes. It really does. It really, really does. And we have a ceiling fan in the kitchen, too, so, like... Did I put up there?
Which I do appreciate having so many people in the comment section that are cooks and stuff. And I love it. We always have such smart commenters. But tonight we are doing our grub match, which is going to be Cooking with Fatherpreneur and Melissa Murd. Melissa Murd is a Food Talk TV creator, and she is being challenged by Cooking with Fatherpreneur. And if you think you could challenge someone on Food Talk TV, please go to grubmatch.tv, submit a video, compete.
I'm gonna hit it with some cumin, and I usually toast it, and I'm still gonna toast it because what else are we doing?
I guess spinning hours.
Spinning hours making.
Spinning hours.
I mean, pozole is not made in an hour.
No.
Why do I keep picking recipes that are not made in an hour? Why do I think that I could do that?
Bab says she can't wait. It's going to be so much fun. I'm so excited. I was actually the last competitor on Grub Match. Before I joined Food Talk TV, I was the last one. And I'm so excited to bring it back. Okay, so there will be a place to vote. I'm not going to open voting until it starts, but we will have a place to vote. So be sure to vote for Melissa or Benjamin. Oh, Melissa Murd said that was the best thing she watched because she just watched my replay of Grub Match.
It was a good one. I filmed it too.
Yeah, you did.
I did, before I knew how to film.
Yes. Thank you so much, Melissa. And honestly, I was so embarrassed because my curd did not...
Quickly.
It does. The
how
induction...
does it heat up a cast... Like, I'm already starting to smell the cumin here. Wild. That's wild. I traditionally don't cook on the table.
So yeah,
I usually use the stove.
Yeah. But the actual reason I got invited to Food Talk TV was because Kaz was so impressed that I did a rack of lamb in the Instapot, and it was a perfect medium rare.
Yeah, it was. It was beautiful, and you even did maybe you did a minty sauce with it too.
Yeah, I did.
And what was it? Citrus was.
Yeah, citrus was the ingredient. Yes.
Citrus was the ingredient. So you did a wonderful grapefruit
Okay,
salsa,
so
which is
Mark, I
super
don't
chunky.
know what you're saying with cotton candy, but I feel like cotton candy would be a really fun secret ingredient. Because y'all, when you are watching Grub Match TV tonight, you're going to be able to put suggestions to what I'm drawing out of a hat for next week's Grub Match.
It should not take so little time to put a cast iron baby skillet on a cooking thing and toast up your cumin. But this thing really heats it up quick. Like, it is getting kind of hot to handle. So I'm smelling my cumin. It is fragrant, which means it's toasty enough for me because I'm just trying to wake up those oils. I want to stop that thing, and then I'm going to go ahead and turn it off. Also, I need to reconstitute these chilies. So if you'll give me some hot water.
Oh.
We're going to be doing that too.
I'm turning on the kettle.
And I'm just waiting, and then the only thing I'm waiting on to get this thing under pressure is the cumin that I'm about to go ahead and. So we're gonna
I love
throw
the
those in
technical
there.
terms.
That's
Are you finished with?
yeah.
I love these pans. I love them.
Probably not going to use all of this anymore, but I might. I don't know.
Lindenberger cheese. That's another.
Lindenberger.
So the thing is, Babs, is like I try to consider like so many different dietary restrictions and stuff when it comes to Grub Match. And so I think I would just do cheese rather than Lindenberger cheese.
Lindenberger. So then, rather than stanky cheese.
Yes, I did, Melissa Murd. Yes, I did. And they are honestly some of my
I don't
favorite.
think I've ever even seen Lindenberger cheese.
Have you ever been to Lindenberg?
Well, no. That's obviously what I've been missing out on. But I hear it's some stanky cheese, though. Wait, didn't Lindenberg crash until like and blow up back in the day?
I feel like
And like
that's...
Led Zeppelin made an album about it. I think. I don't know. Hindenburg. The Hindenburg. That's what I was just thinking about. Yeah. Hindenburg.
You're just thinking of Led Zeppelin because the lead balloon.
With the lead balloon. Get the lead out.
Bab says yes, Ryan Zeppelin.
Ryan Zeppelin. It is a Ryan Zeppelin. Alright, yeah, I'm using a lot of this. Probably not all of it. Maybe. I don't know. I don't have a clue what I'm doing, folks.
But yeah, if you have any suggestions for what should be next week's secret ingredient, please let me know. Because I have ridiculous hats, and I will be adding the ingredients to the ridiculous hat. And so it's so top secret, I don't even know the ingredient yet.
We got salt, pepper, smoked paprika, cumin, oregano. They've all went into here, and this meat is going to pressure cook. Somehow.
Here's
Oh
your
yeah.
kettle.
You need a lid. Oh, thank you. You can go ahead and just pour that on off in there. So we want to use hot water to reconstitute our chilies, and we don't want to use boiling water.
Yeah, it was hot. It just like wasn't quite boiling yet.
Yeah.
Do you need more?
Just enough to cover them. Yeah. A little bit. But that's okay. And go ahead and get started. We're just gonna do a
Dude, the kettle we have heats up real
chili
quick.
washing machine here. Like a chile washing machine.
Which, by the way, to be clear, like with the grub match that's happening tonight, so you can't like necessarily like process your food super quickly. Like you can't like chop your onions and stuff like that, but you can absolutely like have water boiling and appliances.
Yeah, you can already have your stuff like you can have your oven preheated.
Things like that.
Your water boiling, your electricity bill going up. You can have all of that.
Lindberger, Renee, thank you. Lindberger.
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 Not Lindenberg.
No den.
It's not Lindenberg.
No den.
It's not a
Lindberger.
blimp.
Yeah.
No
So
den. Lindberger. It is Lindberger. I remember that.
The hominy?
The hominy. No.
Not yet?
No, it's
Yeah.
no
So
den. Lindberger. It is Lindberger. I remember that.
The hominy?
The hominy. No.
Not yet?
No, it's
Yeah.
no No
So
din.
are
Limburger.
you-
It is Limburger. I
Are you
remember
adding
that.
the hominy?
The hominy. No.
Not yet?
No, it's
Yeah.
no
So
din.
are
Limburger.
you-
It is Limburger.
Are
I
you
remember
adding
that.
the hominy?
The hominy. No.
Not yet?
No, this is just meat. We're just cooking meat here today. And that meat is going to cook with the onions, and it's going to make kind of a broth. And it's got chicken stock in it, and it has some beer in it. And then we're also going to take these chilies, which are working on reconstituting.
Reconstitute.
Reconstitute.
So,
No.
not yet?
Which means that they're just getting back to where they want to be in life. They wanted to be chili. No.
Not yet?
No, this is just meat. We're just cooking meat here today. And that meat is going to cook with the onions, and it's going to make kind of a broth. And it's got chicken stock in it, and it has some beer in it. And then we're also going to take these chilies, which are working on reconstituting.
Reconstitute.
Reconstitute.
So,
No.
not yet?
Which means that they're just getting back to where they want to be in life. They wanted to be chili.
We're frozen.
They wanted to grow up. They wanted to, do things in life like turn red and ripen.
Ryan,
Give us
I
sweet,
gotta-
smoky flavor. What I understand about
I don't know.
freezing.
This app is not a fan of us. So,
I feel like that. It's like that family where they're like, don't talk bad about the network.
yeah, don't talk bad about the work.
Yeah, so we're reconstituting some chilies. Taylor's gonna bring us a little bit more water just to cover them up a little bit more better
From the kettle.
from the kettle.
And it's hot, not boiling. He really does need a sous chef in here. Y'all, thank you so much for tapping the screens, and thank you so much for being here and being patient with us. We are not quick cooks.
No,
We're
I do
not.
need a sous chef. I think you need to be more of a sous chef than a camera person.
Okay, that's fair. I can do that.
Man, I wasn't expecting that to be that easy. I didn't expect it to work like that.
Huh?
But yeah, no, I do need a sous chef.
It really does.
So agree.
So, if you are just now tuning in, right now we have some pork butt that we seared in the Instapot, along with some onions and some garlic and a bunch of seasonings and broth and stuff, and beer. And then in here we're reconstituting
Some
chili.
whole Jira.
Yes, that. And then we're reconstituting these chilies. He's basically making a pozole chili.
Yeah,
A chili pozole.
We're kind of
Pozole
making
chili.
pozole, and then we're kind of making chili. So that's this kind of thing that we're kind of doing.
Melissa Murr does say that every great chef needs an assistant.
Yes, I think so. I don't even know that I'm a chef as much as a visionary. That sounds like a better excuse to take as long as I do.
BJoy624, thank you for the follow.
B-Joy, I
would
Joy.
give you a hand heart, but they always look like peanuts.
Mine looks
I peanut you too.
like something else.
Yeah.
I don't know what else, but something else. That's something else.
Y'all, if you're new to Food Talk TV, welcome in. We do live cooking content every single day. We have different cooking shows going on every single day, multiple times a day even. And so, welcome to Getting It In with Ryan. Typically, our shows run about an hour long. Ryan is not very good at that, to be clear.
But it's Saturday.
Maria
Why
Mull just said, I did not hear the word peanuts.
Peanuts.
She didn't hear
Did
peanut.
not hear peanuts. That's, well, that sounds like a case of selective hearing to me.
Yeah, that sounds like, you know.
We know where Maria's head is at.
Melissa Murd says you were great. She's a huge fan. Renee is also giggling.
Got some dirty ones in here.
Love You, Love Me says, promise to buy everything on our Amazon wish list if we marry a son to get him out of the house. I am so sorry. He already put a ring on it.
If we find us a place where we can do that, we might negotiate too, though.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah. We might have to go to like Bali or something. But if he flies to Bali, we'll do that.
So
Taylor's like, I don't know about that.
No.
Like, I don't either. But I'm kind of more.
So you gotta blend the reconstituted chilies, and so whenever we use loud machines like this, I try to talk as much as I can to that way, like the blender sound doesn't take over everything. And so I think I'm gonna tell them the train story.
The train story. Oh yeah.
Yeah, which is. You think that's a time to tell the train story?
Probably. I'm gonna bring out yet another. Yet another.
I love Gordon Quaxley in the background.
Gordon Quaxley is my mentor, folks.
Yes.
He's the reason I get up in the morning.
Yes. Okay. Well, I guess I'll start to tell the story.
We're in a tropical depression. That's the theme here for today.
The tropical depression.
Tropical depression.
Which is way more fun than our usual depression.
Way more fun than actual depression.
Pressure?
It was hissing at me. No, I didn't.
Oh my gosh, you didn't even turn it on.
Well.
You silly goose.
Yeah, 20 minutes on that. Yeah.
You silly goose. He didn't even. Just do 20. It's fine.
We'll do 20. If we want to cut it short, we can cut it short. I need gloves. No glove, no love.
Okay, so I want to tell the train story because we were.
Tell the train story.
Yeah, so Ryan and I got married in 2017.
On a train.
No, we were not. We've never been on a train together.
I've never actually been on a train in my life.
Me neither. I've never been on a train either.
Sorry.
And so we got married in 2017, and we had a pretty special wedding experience. Our venue canceled on us the Thursday before our Saturday wedding. It was pretty chaotic, but so is life. So is our life.
So is life.
So is our life.
So is our life.
Yeah. And so, anyway, we went on our honeymoon to Hawaii, and on the way back, we went to our connecting flight. Ooh, I love the fact that you have the cutting board with a rim.
Yeah, that's why I got it.
Ah, perfect.
That's the whole reason I bought it.
Perfect. So, we were in our connecting flight back home from Hawaii and LAX before we flew back home to Nashville.
We're going to get most of them seeds out of there.
Most of them seeds.
Most of them seeds. If you leave a couple in, nobody's going to cry.
It's fine. It's fine. And
we just don't want the bitter cyanogenic compound.
So if you've never been to an airport before, basically there are no rules, no matter what time it is. Cocktails. That's basically it. When you go to an airport, like even if it's 7 a.m.
Especially, maybe not all airports, but at LAX, that's what they're doing over there.
LAX. So we're at a bar.
We wanted a burger and a beer.
Yeah. And so we're at this bar, and Ryan and I are just like discussing what happened at our wedding and how pretty much horrific our wedding was in a way. But anyway, this dude was sitting next to us at the bar, and he was just like chatting us up, and he was like really interested in learning about it and everything. And then he ends up buying our bar tab and everything. And he was like, yeah, well, I'll be on the same flight as you, but I'll be in first class. And he did that, but we didn't realize until later that that was the basis for train.
Yeah. Not the one that recently passed, though.
Yeah, no, not that one.
Not the one that recently passed. No.
Oh.
But yeah, no, it was totally awesome. And like...
We even had to find
like,
the
he
guitar
went to the bathroom and the bartender was kind of like, you know who that is, don't you? We're like, well, we don't really know who anyone is because we don't really like people, but,
Yeah, but this is... I can't get a good pic of it.
We don't know people.
But yeah.
But yeah. So
that was the pic he gave us. But basically, yeah. So now every time I hear a train song, and I'm like, dude, that dude is so rad.
I said most of the seeds. Not all of the seeds.
So a lot of times with peppers, people think that the peppers, like the seeds, add heat, and they do not.
It's not in the seeds. It's in the fleshy parts.
It's insane in the membrane.
Insidious. Insidious peppers.
Yes.
I'm just gonna put them in there. If I had my druthers, I'd rather reconstitute them more and then take the skins off. And we're not gonna do all that. We don't care about.
Oh, do you need me to get some more water ready for that or no?
No. We're just taking them. We got them reconstituted here, and we're just gonna be throwing them in the blender.
So, now that I retell the train story, it doesn't sound that exciting. Like, to us, it was exciting.
Well,
but
I think you missed a lot of key parts, too.
What key parts did I miss?
Hell, I don't know. Where are you asking me for? I was only there.
But yeah, no, our wedding was definitely chaotic. Our wedding venue canceled on us on the Thursday before our Saturday wedding. And I posted to Facebook, and I'm just like, please help me. We need a venue. What's going on? And so we signed the contract for our venue the Friday before because some lady on Facebook who was a wedding planner saw our story, and she's like, oh my gosh, that's terrible. Let me fix it. And she fixed it. She just waved a magic wand, and honestly, the new venue we got was way better.
It was so much better.
And we got a better deal on it. Because it was the Friday before our wedding, and so they were like, we're not using this venue for anything else.
Alright, cool. Come up off that. And they did.
And they did.
And they did.
And so they did.
And so they did.
And so it was wedding. Oh, yes.
Oh, now we're getting into... Ooh, there's one of our chipotles that we smoke
chipotles
on the grill. That we sun-dried and then smoked on the grill. It's like a pepper raisin. We didn't... These aren't ones we raised, so we weren't raising the pepper, but...
Yeah.
They also take apparently a little bit longer to reconstitute, but,
Melissa Murd said the best venue ever was Courthouse, feed done. And you know what? If we were to redo it, same.
Yeah, that's what it was a heavy possibility.
Right. So, if you are wanting to get married, I highly recommend the Courthouse or the elopement route.
Just go on the honeymoon, man, because that's what you're there for. You do all this thing, and you got to deal with people and stuff, but... It's really about you, right?
Right.
So,
but then, when you have the venue and all that thing, it becomes about the flowers and the
flowers. I can buy myself flowers.
I can buy myself flowers.
And I often do.
Write my name in the sand.
I don't buy myself flowers. Let's go pick them.
Maria Mall
yards.
eloped in Vegas, just the two of them.
I'm the guy that's stealing your flowers.
Yes, just about the couple. But with weddings these days, it's about
So we got in here. Oh man, we got more guajillos. More guajillos. Guantanamera.
So if you are married, please let me know what your wedding was like in the comments, because Ryan and I have just been reminiscing, even though, oh crap. We passed our half anniversary.
Oh.
And you didn't get me anything?
I got you half of a thing. Half of nothing.
Half of nothing.
Half of nothing. Alright, so this is a lot of chile. And I think I've gotten... Oh, no. I got one more ancho. Because I want to get those anchos in there.
And y'all, this is why a cutting board with a rim is so necessary.
Yeah.
So necessary.
Agreed.
I think my favorite part about our wedding was the fact that it was a tie-dye wedding, but we got married on Earth Day because that was our anniversary. Because we're Earth Day people.
Soak some of this up so I don't spill pepper juice all over my toes because I'm wearing flip-flops. And when you spill pepper juice all over your toes, you don't realize it while you're wearing flip-flops. You realize it when you're at work and you're wearing shoes, and then it's too late. So don't do that. That's a pro tip. That is a straight up pro tip, folks.
Yes.
Don't spill pepper juice on your toes. Just don't do it. There's no reason to do it. Actually, hand it to your wife and make her spill pepper juice on her toes.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Joke's on you. Hey, I'm wearing Danskos.
Danskos? I don't know what that is.
Melissa Murd, I'm sure, knows what Danskos are.
Danskos.
So, Danskos are oftentimes nurse shoes, but they're also used in cooking hospitality because, like, they have a bit of a platform and they're, like, very comfortable to hang out in all day. Okay. So, that's why Melissa Murd would know, because she works with food and nursing. Yes, she says Danskos are life.
So you can add some. We're gonna add a little bit of that. Would you give me a ladle, please?
Ladle.
You can add certainly some of the chili liquid, some of that reconstituted chili liquid into your chili stuff here. And then you could also add some chicken stock. If you got anything with flavor in it, that's probably what you want to be adding to it. You can add water to it.
Hey, that's the best tip for cooking ever. Do you want flavor? Add it.
Like if you're cooking rice, you could use water, but you could also use something with flavor.
Yeah, there's chili water all over the place.
But not all over your toes.
No, because I'm wearing Danskos.
Danskos. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. All right, okay. Cool. So then we're going to do this. And
okay, so I'm going to talk about Food Talk TV. Y'all, if you are just scrolling in, ready, set.
Ready, set, no.
Ready, set, no. Ready, set, no.
We're going to do that because we don't
Okay, y'all, welcome to Food Talk TV. We do live cooking content every single day, oftentimes multiple times a day. This is Ryan on his show, Getting It In with Ryan. He is on Saturdays at 10 a.m.-ish. Not very great with being on time. Now, most of our creators, you can check out our schedule on our webpage, and everyone's pretty good at being, within an hour. There we go, and I just renamed that. Taylor, I found your smiley hello spatula, and she's gonna order it. So, Melissa Murd, I did actually get that as a kit. I got it as a kit for the meeting, but thank y'all so much for following.
Sorry.
It's okay. How dare. So are you gonna strain that or anything after?
We're gonna blend it until it's completely smooth. We could run it through a strainer.
Yeah, maybe.
We definitely run this through a strainer, folks.
How dare you cook, Ryan? How dare you? Yes, he is blending the reconstituted chilies right now.
I'm tired of feeling ashamed of it. I'm tired of feeling bad about it.
Y'all, thank you so much for joining us here. He is making a pozole chili today with a very loud blender. Honestly, I need to invest in a quiet blender. Do quiet blenders exist?
I don't know.
Yes. Ryan, Smash looks so bothered. He is so bothered by this.
So bothered. Oh my god.
Oh my god. No. Okay. Whew.
All right.
Yay.
It looks like it's
that does look really good.
Looks like it's chili sauce.
So Melissa Murd was talking about how she ordered the smiley face spatula that we have. This is the smiley face spatula that we have, but I got it
Woo, baby.
as like a spatula that we have. This is the smiley face spatula that we have, but I got it
Woo, baby.
as like a spatula that we have. This is the smiley face spatula that we have, but I got it
Woo, baby.
as like a spatula that we have. This is the smiley face spatula that we have, but I got it
Woo, baby.
as like a kit that came with this whole thing. Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
What I'm talking about. That chile de arbol. Woo, baby.
As like a kit that came with this whole thing. Whoa. Whoa.
What I'm talking about, that chile de arbol was really shining in there. So it's
Melissa Merritt says Vitamix for the win. And, honestly, we are frozen again.
Oh, well, there.
Oh, man. This app is the opposite of that reconstituted chilies in that it freezes, and that is kind of hot. But yeah, no, this is the thing I bought it in.
A little bit hot. And it's okay because we got plenty of hot stuff to go. So
HOTTOGO.
HOTT.
Oh, Melissa Merritt, they do sell each piece one a piece?
Yep.
That's cool. So anyway, while the Instapot, because we are Instapotting, there's 18 minutes left in the chili pozole. Also, whenever you're using an Instapot, you have to let it time to like naturally release the steam, but that should be plenty of time for you to like cut up garnishes, right?
Absolutely. And then we're probably going to interrupt that at some point and then put all those things in there and then Instapot it again. So 18 minutes is just arbitrary. We don't know how much time it's going to take to do this. We never tried to do this in a short amount of time.
This man is the most time blind person I've ever met in my life.
But I'm pretty flavorful.
You are pretty flavorful. And y'all, Grub Match is on tonight, where we have a challenger that is challenging someone from FoodTokTV, and they have 1 hour to cook with the secret ingredient, which they got last week, which is coconut. And I swear, if Ryan is ever an option on Grub Match, pick him. Because he can't even grill a hot dog in that time.
No, I'm going to lose.
Like, no, he's just
You're
like...
probably going to win against me.
Yeah.
If I'm ever an option.
Yeah. But we have Melissa Merritt in the comments. She's competing. She does her shows on FoodTokTV Mondays at 6 p.m. Central. The Spice is Right with her husband, Mark. She's competing against Benjamin, Cooking with Fatherpreneur. And, yeah. It's going to be so much fun. Trini is in the house. Trini's in the house.
What's up, Trini?
And y'all.
We've been missing you. Where have you been this whole time?
Oh. Did I tell you that
Where Trini's been?
No, not where Trini's been, but like where she is.
Where she is?
Or where she's going to be next Saturday.
I know where you told me, but I don't know if you told everybody else.
Yeah, I haven't been telling anyone.
I haven't been telling nobody.
Yeah, I haven't been telling anyone. No.
Nobody.
Because she popped in when we were talking about Grub Match. But she may or may not be part of it. Ooh.
I got some ingredients on this.
We only have 39 people in the room, so.
Man, that just... Sorry, 39 people. Like, that sounds very dismal. I love all you 39 people.
I love you all 39 people. So, Babs, yes, so... It's kind of a secret, kind of not, but Trini's going to be on the next Grub Match, and if we had a busier room, I would not be saying this, but I feel like it's a fun surprise. I think it will be fun. It will be so much fun. She is really good. She goes live on her own page Sundays at noon, every Sunday at noon. It will be so much fun. And Trini, I do need to message you about who your possible competitors are, but also please leave in the comments like what you think a fun secret ingredient would be, because tonight on Grub Match it's going to be coconut. Can we call it a secret ingredient if we all know about it a week in advance?
Anybody get the inclination that we like our chili spicy around here?
Yeah. Add a little bit of spice.
Yeah. You need that. We got sour cream too, so that's okay.
Oh yeah, we have sour cream. It's fine.
Yeah, we got it. But yeah, this. Ooh, man, that's got some kick to it. That's gonna be a fun thing to put in there.
But yeah, with Grub Match, you have an hour to cook with the ingredient, and Ryan is taking well over an hour.
Well over an hour. Sorry, guys. I was just trying to make a simple pot of chili.
He's not sorry.
not sorry at all.
He's not sorry.
I know what
He
I'm
wants to
doing
take
you.
all the time in the
I
world
want
doing
to
this.
take all of the time in the world.
No, that's actually one of our favorite things, and something that, you know, when we first started dating that we got like close to is just like us taking 6 hours just to make one meal.
Yeah.
Just to leave it out.
Like cooking is fun, you know, it's an adventure.
Babs says, don't apologize, Brian.
Yeah. You know what?
Babs is your
You need to
biggest
be more
fan.
vocal, Babs. I feel like she is already vocal. Because I know she's vocal, because I do the camera too.
Yeah.
Babs knows what's up. Love you, Babs.
Trini says no to okra for the ingredient.
Nokra.
Nokra.
Oh man, you could do a gumbo. That's what I'd be doing with okra. And it wouldn't be in an hour either.
Which, like, I do try
I would have to have my roux already made. If you were to do a gumbo, could you already have your roux made?
No.
Oh, hell.
So, okay, do you remember...
That's not gonna
no,
work, then.
but do you remember... I remember this specifically. It was a Beat Bobby Flay episode where they have like 45 minutes to create the thing. And she did a gumbo.
Oh, she
and
toasted
Bobby
it in the oven.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
toasted
yeah.
the flour
I
in the
remember that
oven.
one.
Yeah.
Did she beat him?
Yes.
Well, then it worked.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you could do that. I don't know how to do that.
Melissa Murd is saying, no, I'm his biggest fan. So everyone is fighting over who is Ryan's biggest fan.
Yes.
I think, honestly, the biggest fan of Ryan is this guy who wants outside.
Oh my goodness, he does want outside.
No, my goodness, what a butt.
So we gotta have something chunky in here. So that's why I'm cutting up these poblanos.
Oh, you need something chunky in there?
Yeah. The bubble butt. I need a big chunky bubble butt in there. Oh my goodness.
Need something chunky. His name is Smash.
And it's bubble butt. And it's Bumblebee. He has a lot of names.
I mean, every cat has multiple names.
We're going to do some chunky stuff and chili because I feel like we should. And it's my show, so I get to do that.
You do what you want, even if that means time.
We have some time.
No!
I could put it in
No,
there too.
that's
We got
not-
time.
That's not what I
We already
meant.
put oregano in there. That's oregano was very, very nice.
Ooh, King ZY, that's a good idea for an ingredient. It could be tarragon.
Tarragon. Oh,
That's a fun one.
Ooh.
Andrea's in the house, gluten-free Mama Ann,
You
because
didn't know?
she's coming in to say that she's also a big fan of Ryan.
If you didn't know, tarragon is a member of the pterodactyl family.
Is it?
Uh-huh. It's just turned into a plant somewhere along the way.
I feel like that's a lie.
I think that's true.
I think that's a lie. I still love Gordon Quaxie. Just watching.
Quaxy.
Yes, y'all, welcome in. If you were just scrolling through here, welcome to Food Talk TV. Ryan is taking a ridiculous amount of time making food. And you know what? Maybe if I said that less. Maybe
Maybe positive affirmations can be a thing.
Right. I am
Yeah,
your wife.
yeah,
I am your wife. I should probably do that.
alright.
Hi, welcome to Food Talk TV. This is Ryan's show, Getting It In with Ryan. He is making a pozole chili pozole. And you know what? Both of those things are notoriously an all-day thing. So the fact that you are getting it done in less than a day is great.
In less than a day. I know, that's what I thought.
Yeah. I think you're doing great, Ryan. You're doing a great job.
I'm getting it in anywhere I can. In any way I can. And I'll set it back. I just had to do a little hand wash here. Alright, so we got some chiles to go in our chili. And we have some Roma tomatoes.
Everyone in the
here.
comment section is fighting over who's the favorite.
Oh man, I like that.
Oh, there's 10 minutes of that.
I don't care. I'm gonna stop that, and then I'm gonna do that.
Oh, that is like anti-cat venom right there.
Yeah. Sorry, Bubble Butt.
He is so disturbed.
He is very disturbed. He's like, man, I just wanted to beg to go outside. I don't know.
I just want to exist over here.
Trying to exist in this space, folks. Alright, so we got that, and then we have these. Would you drain that?
Yeah, this is the hominy.
This is my hominy that I soaked overnight, and we're unscrewing.
Do I need to reserve the liquid for anything?
No, I don't need a liquid for nothing. And then we're gonna go ahead and chop up some romas.
Roma,
Roma, tomato. Soda, stuff.
Poker face, poker face.
And I'm using Romas because they were cheap.
Because they were what?
Cheap. They were cheap, and also I like the. They go great in soups and stews and chilies. And they're also very firm. The ones that I picked are.
This is the hominy.
But you could certainly use any tomato that you wanted.
Wait, Babs, did you know that you can freeze them? Freeze what? The Romas? Because I have seen people freezing Romas as a way to like make sauce to where it just removes the skins from them easily.
Yeah, if I had more time, I would have, if I had my druthers, I'd rather have shocked these in water somehow and made it easy for the skins to peel off and made them like, chili. We're already bad with time. We ain't got time for all that. But I'd have liked to have done that.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I'm just going to dice them up a little bit.
The Instant Pot is just done releasing the juices and it smells so good.
It smells amazing, folks. So there's not even flavor in there. Oh, there's plenty of flavor in there, but there's not.
Like the chili
flavor.
powder and
stuff.
Or chili paste and stuff.
So you want to have your knife sharp, which is why.
You know what I haven't done? I haven't reminded people to tap the screen or anything.
You haven't?
I haven't, but they've already hit 16K, so I don't even need to tell them.
Nice. And we
They're just doing it on their own.
You haven't reminded them what I'm making.
Oh yeah, chili pozole chili.
See how I talked her into doing my job? That's cooking smart. That's getting it in with Ryan.
Getting it in with Ryan.
That's how you get
Pro
it in.
tip, get Taylor to do it for you.
Nonchalantly convince your wife to do it for you. Occasionally it will work. It does not usually
kids
work.
are calling weaponized incompetence these days.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, I'm a fan of that.
Ryan.
I mean,
but we are getting people tapping the screen, so that is working. So we do appreciate it. Let's see if we can get them to 20K before.
Let's competent them. We'll do weaponized competence. They don't have to be it can be both.
What is the "and" for on your apron?
And.
Oh,
I don't know.
That is a Henley and Bennett apron. It is a name brand apron, so the "and" is kind of their logo for the Henley and Bennett.
Oh,
so that's what that
Henley
is.
and Bennett for
giving
me this lovely ampersand.
Ampersand, yeah. Eddie, we appreciate you sharing the live because you know what? If you're having a good time hanging out here with us, surely your friends will as well.
My little tomato trick is what I'm doing. I don't know if y'all do this, but you need you always need a sharp knife to cut tomatoes. These are firm tomatoes, so this works very well. But I'll cut them, but I will not cut all the way to the bottom of them so they don't like fall apart or anything. And then just turn them over on their side. If you have some riper tomatoes, you can take one of the sides out of it like that, and then it'll stay a little bit firmer and it won't wiggle around on you. But so this is my tomato trick.
Do you know my trick for chopping tomatoes?
Don't.
I asked my husband to do it.
Yeah, I was technically correct, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, then we're going to be having a lot of tomatoes in this chili. We're not using canned tomatoes. The only thing that we're using canned is going to be the beans.
These beans.
I know we got a lot of Texans in the community, and I don't know how they feel about beans in chili. I would love to hear.
Yes, let us know if you think beans belong in chili. Let us know. Yeah. I know that this is a fight, a food fight.
See, I messed that one up. I didn't tell you my secret in that best job.
told the secret and then you ruined your own secret.
I ruined my secret. It was
Sounds
the worst kept
Sounds
secret.
about right.
It is definitely about right. Kind of doing an arc there for that. And then also, if you get down to that little piece and you're worried about slicing the tips of your fingers off, like, don't. You can just always turn it around. And then, if you drop that piece, just eat it. Nobody cares.
Nobody's watching except for the people in this live chat.
Nobody's watching except for the people
Except
with
for
their
the
eyes
people that
on
we're
you.
live streaming to. Nobody's watching.
Nobody's watching. It'll be fine. Yeah, see, since I exposed my secret here.
Okay, so Melissa Merd says, no WTF, and I forgot what thing is.
Forgot what thing?
For beans. For beans and chili.
In the chili,
yes,
yeah.
because she is in Texas.
She
says
not
no
about beans in the chili. Well, what do you put in the chili?
Yeah, no, Texas is very much so against
You don't like
beans
beans
and chili.
in Texas?
No, they love beans.
If you're going to play
just
in
not
Texas,
in chili.
you better not have a bean in your chili.
What?
What the hell was that?
Hold on. I'm figuring it out.
It doesn't matter because she's figuring it out.
2 issues need our attention.
Yeah, well, there's probably more than 2 issues that need our attention.
Yeah, but apparently our carbon monoxide batteries are low.
Oh, okay, yeah, well, I got new ones. Good news.
Okay, cool.
I got a big old
So
mess.
anyway, let's see if we can get this pozole chili done before we die of carbon
Does
monoxide.
anybody else have a bean opinion? Anyone else?
She loves beans, but not in chili. She's
Not
going to
in
use
chili.
some today in
So-
Grub Match.
Okay. You gonna use beans in Grub Match?
She's using beans.
Ooh, nice. Well, so what are you putting in your chili? Just meat and like meat juice
Yeah, it's basically just like meat.
and meat juice. Do you put tomatoes in there? Like, I don't know. I don't understand. I have never lived in a world.
Tanya
of
says
chili.
ground beef or beef chunks, and that's it. It's just
Beef chunks,
meat chunks.
meat chunks.
Which, look at this meat chunk right here.
With my very own food robe. Welcome to Food Robe TV. I'm wearing one.
Food Robe TV.
Oh, we can open this safely now.
Oh yeah, we gotta check out.
Oh, yes, all that oregano. I got some of the
Oregano.
cumin in there. There's some meat in there. The meat looks like it's getting cooked. We seared it. We put some onions in it. Some garlic in it, and I smell all of those things, which means that they're working. And so are we.
Tanya.
Some garlic in it, and I smell all of those things, which means that they're working. And so are we.
Tanya.
Some garlic in it, and I smell all of those things, which means that they're working. And so are we.
Tanya.
Some garlic in it, and I smell all of those things, which means that they're working. And so are we.
Tanya is definitely a ground beef fan in chili.
Ground beef.
Which
fan.
I do like ground beef and chili. I really
I
do.
need a bench scraper.
Dishwasher, bottom rack.
And so are we.
Tanya is definitely a ground beef fan in chili.
Ground beef.
Which
fan.
I do like ground beef and chili. I really
I
do.
need a bench scraper.
Dishwasher, bottom rack. And it froze again on us because this app does not like our hot chili, so they try to freeze us out. Oh, what the heck? Ooh, sorry about that. This app realizes how hot our chili is, and so they just like to freeze it, so that way we can cool down a little bit.
So this is our chili before it becomes chili. This is more of our, like, we're on course for pozole here. We've taken our pork shoulder, we've chopped it up, we've seared it, we cooked it for a long amount of time, even though it was supposed to be a short amount of time. But we put it under pressure to do that, and then we added some onions and garlic. Well, we took the meat out, and then we added some onions and garlic, seared it up in the fond, deglazed it with those onions, then added the garlic.
Fun.
Got derailed on what we were thinking about
I'm
plenty
trying.
of times. And then, oh, I want to try it too. Probably hot. I don't know that. Man. That's almost like pozole without even like the
adding the chilies
like adding
to it.
the chilies
But like
to
the
it.
chili constitute is what makes it pozole. The thing that makes it chili is the added beans because we do beans.
We're gonna be doing that.
So,
and so
do you want to strain it or no?
Nope. I'm just going in there with it. This is like almost like a paste. This is like a chili paste. I could have made it a little bit thinner, but we got a lot of liquid in here already, so we're not gonna do that. Taylor's gonna sous chef her way into fame.
Yeah, because I have made no other mark on FoodTokTV except for being your sous chef.
No,
like that is
she
literally the only thing I do on FoodTokTV is being your sous chef, right?
Yep, and telling other people what to do.
Right. That's it. It's not like I have my own show at Thursdays at 7 p.m. Central.
It ain't like she's the boss or anything either.
Yeah, like, nah. So, and I'm not the show host for Grub Match.
What kind of mushrooms do you like, Smash?
Morel.
Man, I'd love to have some morels here too. If I had morels, I'd be putting them in this chili.
Oh,
but I don't.
Wow, this
so
is
I'm not. That's a lot of sauce. There's some good stuff in the bottom of that. You know, I would probably wash it with the remainder of our chicken stock, but we're not gonna do that because it's loud and you people don't like that.
I don't like loud noises either.
Yeah, no, nobody likes that.
Can you blame the audience for not liking loud noises?
I don't blame them for anything.
Yeah, they
They're
do
their
what they
own
want. Because
free
we are
individual
appreciative
people. I love them.
of everyone that comes to FoodTokTV just to watch us cook.
We're putting our, I don't know if you can see this or not, but you're about to. We're putting our chunky poblanos in there, and I think we had some jalapenos. I opted because that reconstituted chili puree is so damn spicy. I opted not to use the serrano in it. And we'll just use that for garnish over the top. We'll let everybody have a little bit of say-so in how they poop the next day. And then we're going to use some tomatoes.
Hi, welcome to FoodTokTV. Thank you so much for joining us where we don't usually talk about poop.
Yeah, no, I would know. Well, you know, it's the next day. It's not right now.
Yeah. Alright, so I feel like you have to open a bunch of cans now.
No, just a couple.
Just a couple?
Just a couple. So we're going to be putting that in there. Where's my hominy?
This is the hominy that he's been soaking.
I soaked that overnight in water. It was 8 ounces. I soaked it in about 4 cups of water. It's kind of like soaking beans. It's dry. It's dried hominy. Normally, for the pozole, we would, if we were pressure cooking it like we were doing, we'd go ahead and pressure cook the whole thing and then add the hominy toward the end just to kind of let it warm up in there. If you were using canned hominy, we're not using canned hominy. We are using dried, but yet soaked overnight hominy.
Oh my gosh, Maria Mall just told us that she had smash burgers on Saturday because of you.
Oh, did she? Yes, Maria, how did they turn out?
Oh my gosh, that's so amazing. Which, by the way, Tennessee is on a bye week, so that's why he's just doing whatever he wants and taking his time.
A big thing for Tennessee, too, like, is Petros, which is chili. It's so intuitive. It's just chili on top of corn chips with toppings for chili. It's just chili with corn
Other
chips
people in the Midwest call it a walking taco.
A walking taco. I thought that was a thing you made in jail. Like with the Dorito, and you smash them up and everything, and you put the hot water and the cheese in them.
What?
And everything, and you smash them and then you roll them up.
I think you're the only one here.
Frito burrito.
Frito burrito.
Frito burrito.
Melissa Murd says Frito pie.
I'm pretty sure you make those in prison.
Yes, Trini is also saying Frito pie.
Has Trini been to prison?
Ryan, that's not a polite thing to ask people.
I guess it's not. Yeah, it's like if you were already in prison, asking them what they were in for. Like, you don't want to do that either.
Babs has also heard of that, but for
I've not been to prison.
He's not been to prison, guys. You heard it here first.
Have not been to prison.
Okay, you heard it here.
I just hear from other, people that have been in prison.
Welcome to Food Talk TV, where
we try to stay out of prison. Let's be doing that always. Always. Don't go to prison, folks. Because you can't watch me make these beautiful recipes in prison.
Okay, I gotta put my phone on the holder because I'm losing it.
Unless you sneak into a phone, and you don't want to do that either. Trust me. I've heard that that's tough too. So what we have over here is we have
a very angry cat.
A very angry animal, and we have probably some very confused people, and we have pozole that we've made, and then we're also integrating chili.
It's a pozole chili.
Because I wanted pozole, Taylor wanted chili, and we have to compromise. So that's what we're doing here. And
because that's what happens in a marriage, you compromise.
You compromise. So we're gonna open up some. We're gonna open up some cans of black beans.
You can't take us anywhere.
Cannot.
Even online, you can't take us anywhere.
Probably telling us.
Even Daphne just walked in. Is like, what is going on? She goes, what is going on? And
we don't know.
So, welcome to Food Talk TV. We do live cooking content every single day with live cooking shows. Typically, they last about an hour, and we just show you what we got in an hour. Ryan is way over that, but he is doing this is his show, Getting It In with Ryan.
We're a juggle El Pato. No, we're not going to
juggle El Pato.
I can't juggle.
Please don't juggle. Please don't attempt to juggle. Please.
Break a lot of stuff.
Ryan, we are such a married couple.
No.
And so it's like a mix between pozole and chili.
Yep. So we started off on track for pozole. We could have stopped there, but we didn't. We wanted chili. Taylor wants chili. I want pozole. But I also want pozole chili too, so that's why I'm making it. We got some beans over here.
Oh, do I need to strain those?
Yeah, yes. Would you
please? I am the sous chef. I'm going to focus on...
Please strain the beans, but don't strain yourself.
These beans will open up my
I don't know where they came from, but I know where they've been.
Where did they come from?
And then also I'm gonna use, so I haven't used anything, there's nothing in here that's been canned other than those 2 cans of black beans. I do want to use a can of
let us know
jalapeno
what kind of
tomato
beans.
sauce.
Let us know what kind of beans you like in your chili in the comments. And if you like no beans, be sure to fight people.
If you like El Pato, let us know your favorite El Pato in the comments. And then tell me which one I should use, because I am conflicted here. I don't know. I have a yellow one, I got a green one, and I got a red one.
One of each.
I promise you though, if you pick the green one, it ain't gonna be green when it's open. It's just not, the sauce is not green, just the can is green. I was disappointed too. I feel like they should make a green one.
But it says it's jalapeno, but then it's red.
Yeah, jalapeno sauce.
Babs does pinto
Tomato
beans.
sauce with jalapeno. I love pinto beans. I have some pink beans, and you know I love pink beans, because that's kind of how I busted onto the scene here. Which are similar. Did I say jalapeno beans? I meant pinto beans. I don't think I said jalapeno. I think I said pinto beans. I love pinto beans. I love all the beans.
Oh, you know what my favorite beans are?
Toe beans.
Oh, did I show your dirty beans? I'm washing my hands.
Okay, so yeah, please.
Y'all, this is the least structured show on Food Talk TV.
Which one of these am I using? Does anyone have an opinion? Because if not, I'm gonna pick one.
Gary Zimmerman says that pink beans are usually cranberry beans.
Cranberry beans, they are. Which
I
are
say
kind of related to pinto beans.
I say use the red since we're making a rojo.
Let's go. Please open it for me. And that is tomato sauce with jalapeno.
Okay, so hold on.
Do we get a discount?
I don't know. We already bought it. Why am I doing this? This is... So, this Pozole chili, the only thing that are canned in here is the El Pato that I just opened and the canned beans. He even soaked dried hominy overnight to do this.
Hominy.
42 Rachel is back, says pick a color, any color. I know, right? The only reason why I chose red, we love El Pato. We love having this stuff in our pantry. This just completes a meal so easily. We really do.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
Melissa Murd loves the yellow too.
We normally have canned hominy.
Hominy, hominy.
We don't have canned hominy today.
Yeah, no.
So it was dried hominy, which I soaked every night.
All right. So now what do we need to do to finish this? Because
we need to go back under pressure.
Under pressure.
We need to go back under pressure, and then we're gonna just chop up some toppings and talk about how delicious this is going to be when it pops out here and however long it takes.
All right. You know what, Ryan? I'm changing the schedule to where your shows are going to be 2 hours long. I'm just changing it.
Awesome. Yeah, do that.
But you know what? If I would have changed the schedule and made your show 2 hours long, that's when you make it 3.
I know. It's a yeah. And this could go on.
I very much so have to lie to this man about what time to be
If
places.
you made it 24 hours, I'd stay up for 48 just to
Melissa Murd says we need to
drag
take
you
the
guys
beans
through
out.
the mud.
We need to take the beans out.
Take the beans out.
Oh, yeah, because we're
If you want to
pressuring.
come over here, Melissa, and pick the beans out yourself, you're more than welcome to. But you're going to have spicy fingers when you do it.
Oh, because she's Texas and she doesn't do beans and chili.
Yeah, you don't do beans. You can just pick the beans out of yours. It'll be all right, Melissa.
Yeah, I'll be fine. You
They're
can come over and pick your beans up.
Beans are like little meat berries. They got protein in them.
Berries.
Yeah.
Okay.
You never heard that?
And Babs
I've
says,
never heard
yes,
that
I
either,
can
like-
do that. I can do that. I do what I want, Babs.
Yeah. I got gloves. You know, you don't just have to go in there and raw dog the beans.
Gordon Quaxie is watching you.
Gordon Quaxie probably is cussing at me. So yeah, I'm just gonna chop up some stuff. I'm gonna chop up some toppings because we've not done enough to this. Oh, let me look at my list of ingredients over here.
So his plan here, I gotta show you what his plan for the show looks like today because it is like the most incoherent
That's my recipe.
Yeah, this is his recipe. And so he will hand this to me and be like, here's my recipe, put it on Food Talk TV.
You saw me do it, so like
Here's
tell
the
them what I
recipe,
did.
put it on Food Talk TV. And I'm like, what? What? You know I would not accept that out of anybody else on Food Talk.
Yeah.
She said, Melissa Murd says she'll eat her beans on the side,
The beans on the side, all right.
but not in her bowl of
Not
rice.
in the chili, just to spite a beanie chili.
Texas people are serious.
They'll cut the beans off to spite the pod.
No, my favorite thing is to argue with people from Texas about barbecue.
You like arguing better than I do. Apparently. So I'm just gonna, yeah.
That's a fight that we'll never win.
So we need something to do. So we're gonna do garnishes, and around here, guys, we love them. I think some things were rolling off my cutting board. Around here,
So Melissa, you
love
get what I'm
garnishes.
saying, where
here in Tennessee, where the beans go into chili, garnishes are welcomed. I got those with some serranos.
oh, I missed a follow from Mary. Mary, thank you so
Mary.
much for following. You've been
Mary.
muted. No, you haven't.
I didn't miss her. Huh?
Oh,
Who's
No.
been muted? Mary was
no,
muted?
it's
Or I
fine.
was
You
muted?
got it. Keep going. Keep
Am I
going.
muted?
Keep doing what you're doing. You're not muted.
Okay, so I can still talk?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes, sir.
So if you like really spicy, we got some serranos. If you don't, we got some jalapenos. You can make this chili your own, but it's already pretty damn spicy because, I mean, man, it was. And We didn't do it any favors in that department. Plus, we're just kind of mixing all these things together here, so we don't know.
So Rebecca wants to know what we're making. Rebecca just walked in and has no idea what's going on.
Rebecca, welcome in. We are happy to blindside you. Rebecca, we are making chili pozole, which is, it started out like a pozole, and it went on until we turned it into a chili.
He wanted pozole, I wanted chili.
Yep. So we are using pork shoulder that has been chopped up and seared up and then pressure cooked in a we did that. And then some onions and everything that we deglazed it with. We did a lot of stuff with it.
And y'all, typically this is a grilling show. Typically we're outside doing grilling, but I don't know if you are aware, but there's kind of a hurricane going on. But we're in Nashville, Tennessee, so not too big of a deal.
Yeah, and here comes the rain. So like this is why we are not grilling today.
Yeah. We do not have umbrella.
I looked outside and like, oh, it's not raining right now. We could have totally grilled.
You know we would be out in the rain.
We'd have been derailed.
42 Rachel wants to know if we're putting mustard in it.
Probably. It's probably going to sneak its way in there somehow when I'm not looking, I'm sure.
Probably.
It probably wouldn't be a bad thing if it did sneak itself into there when I wasn't looking.
Melissa Murd, I see you. I see you say hello. She thinks she's muted, but I don't think she is. Oral says hello.
No, I don't know, because I can't hear any of the people.
Yeah, no. I'm the one watching.
Everybody's muted to me, but...
Except your wife.
Except for my wife.
No, I'm the one watching.
Everybody's muted to me, but...
Except your wife.
Except for my wife.
No, I'm the one watching.
Everybody's muted to me, but...
Except your wife.
Except for my wife.
No, I'm the one watching.
Everybody's muted to me, but...
Except your wife.
Except for my wife. Definitely not muted. Oh, we also probably want some scallions. I like the more oniony parts of the scallion. Definitely not muted. Oh, we also probably want some scallions. I like the more oniony parts of the scallion. So I'm going to be using those too.
Dang it, we're frozen. Dang it.
Frozen. What's the Frozen song?
Let it go. Let it go. We're frozen, but we're not. Okay, Maria Ma is here.
And we're back.
Melissa's here.
We're frozen.
But we're not. Let it go. Let it go. Okay, so, I did want to point out. Oh, shoot. Look at this.
Oh, man.
So, earlier, while Ryan is getting his other ingredients ready, we had chopped up the pork butt because we were doing like a pozole chili kind of thing, where it's like diced pork butt that he seared and is kind of doing a pozole thing, but then adding a ton more ingredients to make it more like a chili. And so this is the bone, and we decided to just roast it, and it's been roasting pretty much ever since we've been live. And so we're gonna let this cool completely and then store it in the freezer until I'm ready to make my stock, and this is gonna be such a good stock. And ow, it hurts.
It hurts.
It hurts.
Here.
Woo. Yay.
Alright, so we're pressuring.
Okay, Kaz is in here. Dad's here. Act natural.
Dad's here.
Act natural. Act like we're supposed to be acting.
Kaz. Would you look at me?
Look how sharp he looks.
Sharp and pressed, except for my pregnancy seam.
Yes.
But otherwise, sharp and pressed.
Yes.
I'm Ryan now. I'm not Taylor anymore.
Yes.
So, and I love Kaz. I love the black and tan. Thank you so much.
Yes.
I love it. I'm a sucker for black and tan.
Grandma Betty, yes. What time is grub match? That is at 6 p.m. Central. 6 p.m. Central is going to be our grub match. We have a competitor or a challenger not on Food Talk TV that is challenging someone on Food Talk TV. It's our new cooking competition series. And yes, so it starts at 6 p.m. Central. And y'all, if Ryan is ever an option, pick him because he can't do anything in less than an hour.
I'm going to lose.
So 6 p.m. Central, it's going to be Cooking with Fatherpreneur. He is challenging Melissa Murd, who is right here in the comments section. And their secret ingredient that isn't very secret because we learned it last week is coconut. Which I thought that was the most challenging ingredient they could have picked.
This is pretty challenging.
I thought it was the most challenging ingredient they could have picked.
It is a challenging ingredient.
It really is. So I'm excited for that. If you have ideas of ingredients you think could be a quote-unquote secret ingredient, let us know. Because we don't even know the ingredients until I draw it out of a hat.
I was like winding up to throw it over there, and I remember that I have the little one over here. So we have some jalapeno, some serrano, we have some scallion, we need some radish. That's what we need. Pozole needs radish, I think. I think a lot of other people think
I
so
love
too.
radish as a topping.
Yeah, and so while it's not completely pozole, we love garnishes around here. Because I think I've used... Hold on, let me count them.
Yeah, let's consult.
Count the ingredients.
Let's consult his recipe.
Yeah, consult my recipe here. Look at the recipe. We're going to post that onto Food Talk TV for you.
Yeah, I'm just going to post the photo because, like...
Yeah, and that's going to be a recipe because you should be doing with this what you want.
Meat and stuff. Fresh.
It needs to be your...
Allspice, question mark, beer, question mark, sour cream, corn chips, keys to the life, moving fast.
Yeah, we didn't do that. So...
This is...
Yeah.
Okay, no, I actually do need to take a photo of this for our Instagram because this is like the most hilarious thing.
I'm trying here. I'm trying to move fast.
Oh, okay.
I'm moving fast through my own space and time. Your continuum, your space-time continuum may differ.
Just...
Yeah, you know... It's a feeble attempt at pleasing you people. But at the end of the day, I get to eat it, so joke's on you.
So I'm actually not going to be posting that as a recipe. My main thing is that...
Have a recipe, an actual freaking recipe.
So my thing is that I edit everyone's recipes and I post them on the site. So like a photo like that doesn't necessarily work for me. But Melissa, I would definitely help you out with that. But yeah, no, I'm not posting this as a recipe. I'm gonna post this as an Instagram. Well, my husband is ridiculous.
Look at the other page where I started to like write out like an actual recipe. That's as far as I got, and then I just had to go to this. I think I also used another page as well. I drew a picture of the cutting board and the cooktop.
You drew a picture of the cutting board?
Yeah, because I was going to put in columns down here and things. It seemed like a good idea, but then it didn't work. So I went to this, which classically works always. So if you are having trouble writing recipes, I promise you.
How is the moving fast part working for you?
Well, it depends on your perception of space-time. Mine, I'm hauling ass, but for you guys, probably not so much. You're just gonna have to like get on that level if you want to understand that. But I do have a lot of radishes, and I have some jalapenos, and I have some serranos, and I have some onions, more onions. Onion bulbs, green onions, scallions, that's the things that I have. I have scallions and I have avocados. But we're not going to do those till very last because we don't want them too brown on us.
You're almost done with the ingredient basket.
I am. I've blown through a bunch of ingredients here. I have some line, that's a later line. It's a more firmer one. This is a now lime. This could also be a now lime with a little influence. But this is this one's the one I like here. So this, and then also, like, if you're doing pozole, thinly shredded cabbage is a great topping for it. I don't have it, despite my best interest in the beautiful red cabbages that they had at this. I mean, these looked like they should have been sold as dolls. Like, they were. The foliage and everything. I should have bought one.
Yeah, Melissa Murd, I see what you're typing. But Gordon Quaxley is judging you.
Gordon Quaxley is judging you. He's probably cursing you too.
Yeah, Melissa Murd, that's the only one that has a smiley face. Like, they're all yellow, but this is the only one with a smiley face. So, are we just waiting for this to heat up?
I think so. Obviously that hominy has to cook a little bit in there, and I don't really know how long it takes to do that, so.
Y'all, welcome to Food Talk TV. We do live cooking content every single day, oftentimes multiple times a day. This is Ryan Rose with Getting It In with Ryan. He is on Saturdays at 10 a.m. ish.
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 Ish. Everything's an ish. I wish.
I wish I ish.
I wish. Alright, so cool. We got these. I guess I can get some ingredients out of the refrigerator for us too. Some other things that we'll be putting on this.
Yeah, what other things are we going to be putting on this? Because we're basically doing a pozole chili, a chili pozole, a pozole chili. These are some toppings that we have. There's some pork butt that's been seared. There's also reconstituted chilies in here.
We're exploring more toppings as we speak. I think I have a queso cotija. I have a sour cream.
Does Ryan have a personal page? Ryan, are you actually able to go on to your phone?
Yeah, I can do that. Well,
yeah, and say hey, because Ryan is kind of starting his own personal page. I'm actually going to say hey too.
It's a slow process, by the way, so bear with me.
It's Taylor, wifey. That's what I said. And also, I need to send a heart me. I haven't done a heart me yet. So if you haven't done a heart me, you should totally do that. Because, you know, being part of the team, Mr. Gordon Quaxley demands it.
Gordon Quaxley.
He demands it.
No, I don't want to do it plus.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to figure out how to do this. Oh yeah, that's it.
There you go.
I was on my way. Ooh, that looks like some.
Oh, Getting It In with Ryan is here.
Hey, you're getting it in.
Yeah, so Ryan, just go say hey. So the Instapot is steaming. I feel like this meal could have been done a lot quicker, but we've been like dilly-dallying.
We've been talking about cool stuff. If you were here to talk about the cool stuff, you wouldn't know.
You didn't say hey.
You missed out.
And y'all, please be tapping those screens. I have not been reminding our audience to tap the screens, but they already got us to over 21K. We appreciate you.
I don't know. I see myself. That's kind of weird.
Yeah.
I don't like doing that. Who told me to do that?
Is that why you don't like selfies? Because you don't like to see yourself?
Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. I haven't exported that file yet.
Oh.
We have a weird.
Just go ahead and finish slicing that.
Yeah, we're gonna start our tortilla anew. It did have a zipper on it, I think.
Yeah, it did, and then I ignored it.
Well, I'm gonna ignore it too.
Yay!
Because we have a little resealer bag thing.
We do have a
It's
little
quite
reason.
handy.
Oh, you didn't share your page. You just kind of showed up.
Oh yeah, I showed up.
Leave a comment.
Was that
In the
not all I had to do?
Yeah, no, you have to leave a comment.
I gotta leave a comment
Yeah.
on myself?
Yes.
It sounds weird.
42 Rachel even pointed that out. He didn't share his page.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How do I do that? Oh, comment?
Yeah, just leave a comment and I'll pin it.
Yo.
This man is very new to the internet. Oh, okay.
To the internet?
Yeah.
I was on the internet before you were on the internet. I guarantee you that.
Oh, Trini said she followed you.
I was on free. I got those.
Oh yeah, you remember the AOL discs?
I got those 3.5-inch floppy disks in the mail. I popped one in my computer. I had an internet. I had an ISP. I went and I got myself a Lycos account.
Yeah, a Lycos.
And I got an Angel Fire page.
Weird how this feels braggy. Weird how you're bragging about.
And I stayed there, and I didn't evolve to other forms of the internet.
Yeah.
But hey, I'm having fun, so what's your problem with it?
Yes.
I have avocado too.
Everyone's just like shaking their head at how ridiculous you are.
So am I. So am I. Alright, so I think we're waiting on this thing to be done. It may be done. You want to check and see if it's done?
No.
No?
But this is my uni tool that's for the avocado.
Uni tool. So this is supposed to process an entire avocado.
Like this thing is made for the pit and like that chops it and like that slices it.
Okay.
But it's like pretty much the only uni tool
And so
we
this
have.
is better than the multi-tool.
I don't know. It's your show. You do what you want.
Let's try. We have 2 avocados. So we're gonna do a uni tool, and then we're gonna do a multi-tool. And we'll see.
You be the judge.
We'll see. Oh, that's green. That's green inside there. We tore off the little umbilical cord remnants. And it's green. And, oh, that one. I don't know what the hell that means. That's supposed to mean something if you're an avocado fan. I don't know, but we're going to start with this one. That looks good. Just the umbilical cord is dirty.
Yeah.
And then this thing, I like. It seems pretty intuitive. Like take this in there and it goes.
Ew.
Miss the trash can terribly, and then I'm supposed to scoop it out. I think with this, and it gives me perfect, beautiful, not mushy slices. And that's not really true, but.
That's not really true.
No, but we're going to stick them back in the avocado shell so we don't waste the dish, or we can waste the dish. There. And we'll just keep them covered up with the avocado because hopefully that'll keep them from oxidizing as
Melissa
rapidly.
Merd says she has that tool too and she thinks it's dumb.
I think it's dumb too. I don't like it. I like Melissa Merd's 10-second cooking school on how to pop out an avocado pit like a freaking baby. Like, but I am going to use this though because I do kind of like how it. Well, I mean, I could also do that with anything. How I can just like put a little dome over these and hopefully protect them from as much oxygen as I can. Which is only probably about, what, 12% of the air we breathe?
I don't
74% nitrogen, and then there's probably some other stuff in there.
I was not prepared for this science
Particulate
lesson
matter.
today.
Oh, I don't know. You weren't prepared for a science lesson? Alright, so I'm going to use just the multi-tool on this one. The good old-fashioned kitchen multi-tool to do this. And hopefully I can do Melissa justice and put that thing out of there.
It doesn't work unless you say bloop.
Yeah, I know.
I had to do it for you.
You did it for me.
But it doesn't work if you don't go bloop.
And then I'm gonna slice this just with my knife. I'm not gonna stick it in the palm of my hand to do that, although I could, but I'm not gonna promote that kind of nonsense. I'm just going to, and then I also can stick it upside down to try to protect it from the dangerous oxygen. which is necessary for all of us to live, but also the thing that kills us. Analyze this. Sorry.
See, he is learning the internet.
And then I also want some other stuff in my life.
Mr. Bethel, Shauna's in the house. Hello there. Hey, Team Mustard. Because we are Team Mustard.
I have some cilantro.
I just now hear the Instapot boiling.
I have some cilantro.
I just now hear the Instapot boiling.
I have some cilantro.
I just now hear the Instapot boiling.
I have some cilantro.
I just now hear the Instapot boiling. Okay, we're back.
Are we back?
Yeah. Our chili pozole is just so hot, this app just tries to freeze us to make sure.
That little bit on the butt end. And then we're just gonna give it a coarse chop. Not gonna beat the hell out of it because we don't want to bruise it. Because if you bruise it, you lose it. And we want to keep it.
Yeah.
Until we eat it. Alright, so.
Are you ready to be done with this?
Yeah. I am so ready to be done with this, and I think everyone else is too. Ooh, that's a squirty little popper. Woo! Oh! Ah! Yeah! Woo! Ah! There we go.
Sean.
I was flicking it the wrong way.
Sean says that he has the cilantro gene and can taste soap through the internet. I'm sorry.
Cilantro, man.
Run, Smash! Yeah, Smash is like so far gone. He is over our nonsense.
Oh yeah, the hissy thing.
Oh yeah, that.
Throwing a hissy fit.
Throwing a hissy fit.
So while that is doing that, I'm gonna go grab some bowls to put this stuff in.
Yes, well, it's doing that. Y'all, thank you so much for tapping those screens. Ryan, you already have bowls set out.
I know.
Okay.
What should I do? Should I go without?
I think you should. I personally think you should do the white ones.
You think the white ones?
Because, like, it's a very colorful dish you're making.
Very colorful, and we don't want to get lost in the mic. Yeah, I like these a lot. I like eating from these, but we can use those. If you have an Instant Pot, this is what it does.
Which, I love the Instapot.
I love it too. You need to make one of those big old batches of yogurt in it.
Oh, yeah. I have made yogurt in there, too. I have
You
done
can make it from just a little cup.
But it's like one of those things you need yogurt to make yogurt.
Yeah, but you only need a little.
Yeah, just a little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit.
And you use the magic of life to bring the yogurt into the world.
Yeah. So
Beep,
you,
boop, bop.
y'all, thank you for tapping the screens. I keep forgetting to remind you. Let's see if we can get him to 30K before he actually eats the soup. Before he actually bowls it. If you think that sounds impossible, I promise you it's possible.
It is possible.
Ooh. Y'all, the smells that are coming out of this thing are very much so smelling.
Mixed with that lime waft of the fresh cut lime. Get it. Get it. Come on, get it.
Oh yeah, give me the good stuff.
I wish I could give all of you the good stuff.
What about the smells?
It's part of the good stuff. But you can get it in the Ryan though.
Alright. So it's about done.
I know, I wanna open that and like just explode it all over.
Gordon Quaxley over there is judging.
That's a bad idea.
Yeah, don't do it.
Don't do that. Gordon Quaxley says, fine.
Yes, that is exactly what Gordon Quaxley said.
Yeah, but if it were translated, it would be like, don't do that.
Don't do it.
That's what means. Quaxley means.
Steam will come out of his mouth.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so
Melissa, you can either ask me here or you can call me after.
Are we saving this bit? Do we need to save it?
No, we're not growing an avocado tree.
Why not?
I mean, if you want to grow an avocado, that's fine.
No, I wanted you to do it.
Alright.
Don't do it.
It won't let me. Oh, will it? No.
Yeah, if it will, then still don't. I'd probably not recommend it. If you wanna, I'll go in the other room.
So we have like a pozole chili going on. Typically our shows on FoodTokTV last about an hour, but Ryan Rose can't do anything in less than an hour.
That's why you get me on Saturday mornings. I think.
Yeah, Melissa says that her Instapot doesn't take that long to release. I guess it just depends on how much pressure is built up. Come on.
Pressure. I didn't know I could have been doing that the whole time.
Yeah.
That seems to do something. Oh, look at that. Oh, yes. All that goodness. Oh, my goodness. Oh, your goodness.
So I think you need to plate some up.
I think so.
And then we need to be done.
Yeah,
because
I believe so.
I feel like we've...
Look at that. So we're just going to aggravate it a little bit.
Dude, I love the fact that you used hominy from dry.
Yeah, and it seems to be happy hominy.
Kaz says it didn't explode. Yay!
It did not explode. Yay!
That is an expectation here on FoodTokTV. We try not to let things explode.
Yeah, don't. Just don't.
No.
Everyone's better without an explosion. This is a little bit of a watery chili. So
It's not a chili though. It's a pozole chili.
it's a pozole chili.
Or a chili pozole.
Yeah, it's chili pozole. Pozole is classically brothy, but it's also very chunky and has beans in it, which might be a shock to some of you people that we're using beans in a chili. But, you know.
So Mr. Bethel, pressure cookers also make me nervous, but that's what I like about the Instapot is because there are so many like safety measures to where it doesn't actually.
How is that? I'm gonna get some of that. We'll do it. We'll do it in the bowl. We'll figure it out. We're gonna do it all here. Oh no.
Melissa Murd says you rocked this out loud. I like brothy beans.
I do too. Like, I am not. I'm not alarmed by it. So here we have, and that's going to be very hot. So I wouldn't stick my anything in that yet, or I wouldn't stick that in my anything either yet. Ooh, there's some good chunky. Ooh, there's some good chunky poblanos in here. Apparently, some good chunky meat. So, like, I don't know, Texas, you might not like beans in your chili, but I know you like chunky meat in your chili, or I hope you like chunky meat in your chili. I don't know what you like, but you know, you might like this if you try it.
Melissa Murda is still talking about our yellow utensils.
Yes, our yellow utensils. Give it a little wipe.
So this is like a mix between pozole and chili.
Yeah, so we started off with pozole, and somewhere in the middle of it, we kind of turned it into chili, but not really. So it's chili pozole.
Yes, with all the garnishes, of course.
With all the garnishes, of course.
What is menudo? M-U-N... Or M-E-N-U-D-O.
Menudo?
Menudo.
I don't know. No sé menudo.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But I'm pretty sure everything is homemade. Because they're asking homemade menudo.
Menudo?
Oh, yeah. Cooking with Fatherpreneur says Mexican tripe soup, breakfast of champions.
Tripe. I don't care as much for tripe, but like...
Pam, Ava's mom says it looks yummy.
Tripa.
Okay.
Tripa.
I do not want to know. So Melissa Murd told me I do not want to know. So I don't ask questions to things I don't want to know.
I want to know.
Yeah, I know, right?
I want to know.
Ryan, you have to finish. You can't Google it. Oh my gosh.
It only take a second. It's a boy band.
It's a boy band?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, no. We do not have
boy
a homemade
band soup.
boy band.
That's the first thing that popped up. So if menudo is something different, you know, I don't know what it is.
Oh, it's a tripe soup.
It's a tripe. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, no.
Yep.
So we actually did pork shoulder that we seared first. Like,
I'll give you guys some help. Yeah. That'd be good for you. And then I think you should probably also have some serrano. Probably only a couple, because I think this is going to be spicy. I haven't tried it out of there yet because it's very hot. But I think, you know, it could be hotter. So that's why
well,
I'm
this
gonna
app
add some
keeps
serrano.
freezing on us because this is so hot.
Is it freeze? Is it?
No, it's not frozen again.
It's not frozen again?
Yeah, but no, it keeps freezing on us because of it.
And then there's a lot of green here. Can you put? There's a whole lot of green here.
Holy crap.
Is it hot? Spicy? Spicy hot?
I mean, there's heat to it,
I want you to
but not
have-
uncontrollable heat. It's not uncontrollable. It's no, you just have to. This man is an artist.
It's the layers of the flavor that we so carefully created.
Oh my gosh. Wow. I'm sorry, ladies, he's taken.
Ooh, I need a spoon.
Oh, I just.
That's one thing my
I use the avocado.
It's one thing my multi-tool is not, and it's not a spoon. That is the thing that thing is. So we'll do one of those there.
Bloop.
And that doesn't look too great.
Yeah, no, that is not photo ready. Maybe make the next one better.
Okay. Yeah, I'll get right on that. So maybe the multi-tool or the uni tool might make it a little better. I don't know. It's got a blob of green stuff in it, so either way, with whichever tool, it's going to be a tasty blob of green
on
stuff.
this recipe of his, that he has this recipe, if you would like to follow along, be sure to screenshot.
Yes.
Because this is his
Please.
recipe. But I will be sure to add blob of
Green stuff.
green stuff. There we go. Now this recipe is complete.
I think you need a lot of radishes, and then also, ooh, we gotta have some tortilla.
Razzle dazzle 'em. Mm-hmm. Melissa Murd, thank you for liking the live. I keep forgetting to ask you guys to tap the screens and like the live, but we already hit 25K. And you know what? That's just on Ryan's merit.
What is that?
It means you're doing great.
Oh, yay. Thanks, guys.
Yay!
Love ya. Love you all. And we're gonna make it rain. Cilantro.
Make it rain. Make it rain. Make it rain.
Make it rain. Make it rain, cilantro.
Okay, so this man is responsible for sweeping and cleaning the kitchen after his shows, just like I do with mine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So be sure to make it rain again, because that's you.
No. That's all I wanted to make it rain.
Yeah.
For some reason, I just don't want to make it rain no more.
But here it is, the Pozole chili.
Pozole chili. Chili pozole. Oh. Sorry, guys.
Oh my gosh, that is so funny, because 42 Rachel said, don't forget the lime, and immediately after that comment hit,
I'm
immediately,
I am one with 42 Rachel. We're
as
like
soon as that comment hit, that's when you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
basically the same person.
Basically.
Basically the same person. Thank you, 42 Rachel, for
Yes, that is
sending
so,
that message to me.
that is just so funny that
via extrasensory projection.
showstopper. Trini says it's a showstopper, Ryan. Well done. This is ridiculous, because we don't do simple food around here. We are ridiculous around here. And then, of course, we have sour cream if we want it. Though some people will say that.
Oh yeah, we do have sour cream.
Some people will say that
that
sour
on the top.
cream on chili or pozole is a crime, but I lock me up.
It's better added to it and not just heaped
Yeah,
on
as you
top
go,
of it.
as you go. So
Well-
do you want to do a sample of it or anything before we go? Because we kind of already did.
I'm gonna use. I like this. This is the one I want to take pictures of,
Okay.
and this is the one that I want to do a sample of. I'll do it with my dirty avocado spoon and get some of that cotija. We're gonna dig around in here. I need some of the meat though, because isn't that what chili's all about? Is
Yeah, the meat.
You gotta get that meat, and this is very hot, so I'm gonna have to blow on this for.
So are you.
Mmm. Still gonna. This is very hot, so I'm gonna have to blow on this for.
So are you.
Mmm. Still gonna. This is very hot, so I'm gonna have to blow on this for.
So are you.
Mmm. Still gonna. This is very hot, so I'm gonna have to blow on this for.
So are you.
Mmm. Still gonna.
So the app did freeze on your meat satisfaction face, like you were hoping.
Yeah.